Ulonka tabati yada to ye ko madaifa. Inu to ye ko je love bipa. Oba tala, oba takutakun. Songo eshu, ogun oya osun. Kini sheshe, ton she nile yo. O jalo jara.
Lafia, peace and power, family. Welcome to another episode of the African Spirituality Experience. I am your host, Arisha Bemi, and we are back with another live stream, family. Shout out to everybody who made it to the two earlier streams this week, and shout out to the new tribe members, shout out to the new Patreon members, shout out to the new channel members. We got our next call coming up Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern. No, I'm sorry, 6 p.m. Eastern time, family. So I'll be sharing the links to the private community calls in the communities either tonight or tomorrow for Sunday. And I'm ready to get back on track with that thing, family. But without further ado, we have the mothers back in this thing to do what the mothers do. Peace and power. What's good with you, Wunam? How you doing? How you been?
Peace and many, many blessings. I'm good. I'm a little tired, but I'm good.
Listen, y'all hear that, tribe? For those who are already in and those that are coming, we ain't gonna probably be able to do the 2, 3, 4 hours that we normally do, man. So we're gonna have to make this thing nice and swift and sweet and make it do what it do in the time that we have tonight.
Yeah, you know we be running.
Trust me, you know I know
Yep.
firsthand. Look, same here. It's been a lot, you know, but you know, and it's one of the things. You know, I can't wait to get into the conversation because spirit has been spiriting. You hear me? I know you know because we spoke earlier in the week with similar, you know, occurrences with some clients that we both had. So it's like, but it's been a lot more alignment and a lot more divine alignment with the ancestors, with, you know, spirit, with the Odu that took place, with, you know, all the different phenomena that's going on, paranormal phenomena, sightings, earthquakes, storms, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's doing what it, you know, what we already knew it was going to do. You know, we've been talking about it on this channel for a minute now about where we are and what this is, and so now here we are.
Go talk about the paranormal stuff because I've been hearing some things, but I know you got some more to share, some more paranormal phenomenon that's going on.
What happened? Here we go, family. Y'all know we dealt with some of this foolishness on Tuesday, I think it was. So okay, you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, it froze on my end. I was just telling them, here we go. You know, we dealt with a little bit of this earlier this week. But anyway, I hear you now, though. So you were saying, last thing I heard you say was the paranormal activity.
Yeah, you were saying some paranormal stuff that was going on that I didn't hear about yet?
Oh, yeah, a lot of different paranormal stuff. Yeah.
Okay, well, I got to hear about it. So let's call them ancestors, but I want to hear about that.
Hey, yeah, we're going to get into it, man. We're going to make it do the do.
All right, y'all ready for the opening ancestor prayer?
Let's get it.
All right, ancestors, known and unknown, mothers and fathers of our blood, our spirit, and our destiny. We call upon you tonight. Walk with us as we speak truth. Stand with us as we reveal wisdom. Guide every word, every thought, every breath. May this space be protected, enlightened, and empowered. May our voices carry your strength. And may the message reach those who need it the most. I say.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah,
okay.
Man. So yeah, it's been a lot. So, you know, I'll start before we like get into the, you know, all the paranormal and all that stuff. The video that I sent you, that was one of the topics of the conversation on Tuesday with the sister going into the water and, you know what I'm saying, and just literally disappearing. So, you know, with that being, you know, your space, that being, you know, your heritage, where you come from, you know what I'm saying, like the sites where it's a very prominent, you know, part of your culture and tradition, you know, from Cape Verde about the water guys. So, you know, and you saw that video, that clip, and, you know, the tribe who are on tonight, I'm pretty sure, you know, everybody that probably is on tonight probably saw it Tuesday or whatever. But what were your thoughts or your feelings? Because I share with them you know, what you share with me via text, but I wanted to, if you can, share with them from your, you know, perspective, coming from where you come from.
I went back and studied that video, and it's something that seemed right with it to me. Okay, seemed a little bit AI-ish. Okay, however, they said it happened in South Carolina, in Columbia, South Carolina, I think it was. So they said that they seen it. I think that's what they said.
Yeah, family.
They say Hilton.
You froze. Yeah, I hear you now. You froze. Listen. We're gonna keep going. Look, we're gonna keep on going. So the last thing I heard you say was it seemed a little AI-ish, but then you said something else after that.
After that, then I noticed it was in Hilton Head, South Carolina, right? That's what they said.
See, I
So I
couldn't
think that,
remember what it said it was.
yeah, they said Hilton because one of our clients sent it to me. He lives down there in South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
And he asked us the same thing. What do you think? What do we think we thought of it?
Mm-hmm.
Now, only problem I had is when the guy was recording it, it just seemed to me, like I said, it seemed AI-ish. Now, that it doesn't, you can tell somebody was walking out to the water with 2 fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the way that was recording it and then it disappeared out of nowhere, that don't seem, I don't know, it didn't seem real to me.
Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they would have got her. Your camera would have been staying focused on that image.
Mm-hmm.
You would have seen her go into the. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm about to watch it again because I did watch it several times, and based off of what I saw, I thought it was real. It struck me as being real, but it's something I don't know if I'll go that far into divining on it or not. But I just feel like I had to watch it again and see what spirit kind of leads to me. But to me, just from the
Listen
initial,
closely to what they're saying in the video too. That's what I was listening to. I was listening to them talking. Because if a person is intrigued with that, you would have got her all the way. You know what I mean? All of a sudden she just disappeared, but it's a part in the video that is funny. Now I think they could have got the footage of her, but I don't know if she disappeared. It's kind of hard because it seems like it's AI a little bit, and then some of it may be real. You know what I mean?
Right. Gotcha.
But I will say, we do know that Oshamaji, right, represents who the Yami Osadanga, right? We had to do our offerings to the Aj as well, which is the goddess of wealth from the sea, right? So I'm not surprised if something like that did happen. They just didn't get it all. I'm gonna tell you what it looked like. Almost like somebody else got the video and they took a video themselves of that video. That's what I seen.
Like screen recorded or somehow subbed it or did something. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha.
That's what it looked like to me. But long story short, I'm not surprised because the mothers are coming out to sea.
Facts.
Aj, Olokun. In Cabo Verde, we call them, they have their own names. Lucinda, we got ones that, Mami Wata, a lot of people don't know Mami Wata comes from that Cabo Verde originally, and there was a Nigerian brother who said that years ago, right? Then we have other water gods besides Yamoja, besides, Mami Wata. We have Lucinda, Kianda. We got a lot of different water gods, okay? Anyway, they are here. They've been here, okay? But we're going to see a lot more of it because of the fact that this is the time for the divine and divine feminine energy to rise.
Facts.
Yes.
Yeah. And it goes back to well, first and foremost, shout out to Mama Teresa. I think I saw her on here too. She had sent, I believe, you and myself the article about the owl a while back last year, and then also I've had, I think, 2 or 3, maybe more than that. I've had several occurrences with owls last year. I don't know if I've seen or dealt with any yet this year, but I definitely had my fair share of the birds and the mothers. But then the last one we was on, I think, like, I don't know if it was the same day or a day or two before, where all those black crows or ravens or whichever birds it was flying over the White House. And then you remember you were saying, like, yo, it's something about to go down, at the White House. So since that last show, some stuff did go down, boy. We had so-called attempted assassination looked fake to me too. But then you had the real shooting, I think, where somebody got shot, and I don't know, was it another one where somebody actually got murdered or something like that too? Like, it was a lot of crazy stuff going on after that. And you called it firsthand. You said, some stuff about to go down. So yeah, man. So it's definitely a lot.
Well, it's funny you talk about the owls because we just left my daughter's house a little while ago. We did offerings last night. So what I usually do for the Wunam Spiritual Society is people who can't afford to get it done in Africa, we do it here. Right. So last night we offered the Iyamio Saranga and we offered the Aj. And usually after we offer, the owls will come and let you know. They'll always show up. They'll show me that they had it, that they got it, they accept it. And what's crazy is tonight, when my daughter lives at, there's a lot of, trees and stuff like that. We kept hearing them. They was like letting us know, hey, we got y'all. We got y'all. We got y'all. You know what I mean?
Man. Yeah.
We heard them tonight.
No, that's real. And I've been feeling it, and I've had several experiences with it too. Because you remember there was another show last year, and I remember I actually was given an offering to the mothers, and I was, took it to the woods, not really in the woods, but to the edge. You know what I mean? And I remember when I left it, I think I did tell you about it because this was Rising Power about to knew the Queen of Sada Shakur, but I think it was like right around the exact same time where Sada Shakur transitioned. It might have been like the same day. It was within a very short time frame when she transitioned, but I remember going, going back by that same area like a few days or a week or so after I left the offering, and it was a big, beautiful black cat that was sitting right there in that same exact space and location where I left the offering. It was right after Asada had transitioned. So it was like, to me, it was like, Bass, the Black Panther in the form of Bass was, what I'm saying, like making an appearance. It was powerful. So the mother's been doing what the mothers do for sure.
Yeah. They're doing it for sure now. There's a major transformation taking place.
Oh yeah.
For those who don't know, Osha Meji is the first Odu
happened again.
that comes out on the
yeah, this is crazy, family.
Right.
Y'all bear with us because like I was saying before we even came on, we was fighting with this foolishness prior to coming on, and like we're gonna be fighting with it while we're on because it just seems to be okay. I hear you now. Can you hear me? Okay, yeah, it did it again. Okay. But yeah, so you were saying about the what was it you were saying again?
I said Osha Meji is the first Odu that falls in a Ifa prescription, as I call it, right?
Yeah.
And with being that, a lot of people don't know that Osha Meji represents the Iyami Osadunga. So right now we got to get ready because the divine feminine energy is rising.
Yeah.
Now, I think a couple years ago, I would say about maybe 6 or 7 years ago, I think this Odu might have come out. I'm not sure, but back then, it came out, and it was important for us to talk about the divine feminine energy rising.
Right.
Y'all see what happened at the White House? Y'all seen the birds over the White House? They was giving them a warning. All I'm letting everybody know is y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh yeah.
Under this patriarchal system, we're about to see their demise. The mothers are not playing, and the Iyami Osadunga just don't govern the planet. They govern the universe.
Yes, sir.
And they're very, very powerful. They're very revered in Africa. People, don't play with the Iyami Osadunga or the Iyami. They don't play with the mothers. And right now, there's a transformation that is taking place for humanity.
Yeah.
And the patriarchal has no choice but to bow down because every patriarchal man comes out of a woman's vagina. And just don't keep it real. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And because there's been an imbalance on this planet, the mother said, we have to come back. We're going to have to change some things up. The mothers are not playing no more. Right?
I know, man. Nah, because they not, like, for real. And I'm going to tell you, like, it's just it's profound how all this is like unfolding though, for real, because that goes into some of the stuff that I want to share in regards to like the paranormal activity and things of that nature, because with the Soul Reasons MK, it's I put in the thing in the chat for you. It's IYAAMI, and you can see it on, it might be spelled different ways sometimes, but that's a lot of stuff in like Yoruba Ifa tradition and cultures. But traditionally, that's usually how you might see it. Sometimes you might see it with one A or one M, but that's primarily like one of the main ways that I see it spelled. But anyway, I lost my thought where I was going. What was I saying? I forgot where I was going. It's something about that was just something that just happened that I was sharing. The paranormal. There you go. Appreciate it. So yeah, so it's been a lot of that. Like as far as like work that I've dealt with clients, having a lot of different things going on with like paranormal type of activity, within the different parts of either their homes or other people's homes or rental homes or, rental properties or things of that nature. Yeah. And I'm talking about a lot. And then even like myself, like I feel like I've been seeing a lot of different, what are they called? Etheric. I've been seeing a lot of different etheric figures, you know what I mean? And I've had many times that I've seen, I remember my old house, I used to have a family. I felt like a family of guys that lived there. So I would see them all the time. Like sometimes I would see one upstairs while I was downstairs. Sometimes I would see one downstairs while I was upstairs, you know what I'm saying? But I know they were guides because they never caused any harm. They never, so they never did anything that would make us feel like, yeah. So that I felt like they were some of my guys. They could have been ancestors, I'm not sure, but they definitely had a almost like Casper's silhouette to them. Not as defined as Casper, but it was a very white, like, thin, silhouette type figures that I would see. But lately I've been seeing more, I won't say shadowy figures, but I've definitely been seeing quite a bit more etheric figures. Like, you can catch them out your peripheral, or you can, or sometimes if you look real fast, you can see, you'll see something like that. So it's like, I've been seeing a lot more of that, a lot more. myself. And then, you know, I've had clients that I've been working with this week, like Divine, and where people from the ancestor realm is like leaving things in their homes or moving things in their homes, you know, and they knowing for a fact like where they put whatever it was. And I know I've dealt with stuff like that before too, or stuff getting knocked over in the middle of the night while I'm asleep. You know, so I know damn well that thing was up there stable. Kind of like one of my pictures is falling right now. Like I know damn well, you know, that picture is up there stable enough for it not to fall. So it's like stuff like that's been happening quite
It's
quite
funny
often.
you say that, dude, because I had a dream about that the other night. That drawers was opening and stuff was knocking down. A lot of paranormal, but that's the energy of the other beings that's coming in too, as well as we're you know, as we speak about the you know, I would say cosmic family or you know, alien family. They're here too. They know how to cloak themselves. So you don't know whether they're spirit beings or they're cosmic beings because they know how to make themselves invisible.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like the Bigfoots and the you know, the Sasquatches and all them, they got that same, you know, kind of technology.
Yeah, got the technology. So yeah, but yeah, you're gonna see a lot more of that. People are gonna be calling.
Yeah, and
People
then have you seen the oh, trust me, they already it's already picking up, like for real. Like it's been a, you know, it's been a booked and busy week this week. But I love it because everybody was able to get, I feel like, a really divine, you know, download from the Oracle that really took them from one space and put them into another space. So I definitely, you know, I love those types of consultations, to say the least. But as far as like the planet, I want to kind of get into this before we get into you know, the main theme of the show, like, which is the past life, and of course deeper into the mother and all that. What do you feel like with all these different earthquakes? Like, is there anything that you're seeing or picking up from because when I tell you, as of Tuesday, I think there had been like 3 earthquakes within like a 24-hour span. And then which was even more nuts is when I did my show on Tuesday, there was a earthquake in the Philippines. It was an earthquake that hit Cuba, but also part of it hit up here to Florida. And then I think the next night another one came back and hit like around the Gulf of Mexico area, you know, saying that affected people, felt it in Florida. Then I didn't realize that was Tuesday night. Wednesday night I came back, did a live. There was a damn earthquake that hit in Hawaii while we were on the live stream Tuesday talking about earthquakes. Then on Wednesday, people in the comments were saying like Vegas done got hit with like three earthquakes or something like that. So it's a lot. And you notice none of this stuff is being shown on mainstream media. You can bet that. They're keeping your attention with the fake ass UAP reports and, you know, all this other foolishness, but they ain't talking about a lot of the stuff that's really happening. Like a lot of these storms, a lot of these earthquakes, a lot of these volcanoes. Like Mother Earth is doing what Mother Earth do. And it's like they're trying to keep it real quiet. You know what I'm saying? About what all's going on.
Well, you know, honestly speaking, I told y'all, and I don't know if y'all listened to the predictions, but I told y'all earthquake is coming. I told everybody earthquake. Like y'all ain't seen nothing yet. I told y'all the tornadoes was coming. I seen in them. When did we do those predictions?
It was like about 3 years. Like maybe I gotta look back at this at the show.
New Year's, right?
Yeah,
and
it was
I told
like
y'all earthquake was coming down the East Coast, right?
Yeah.
They had an earthquake. I believe it was in Virginia, 6.6 or something like that. Was it Virginia? What was that? It was one of the, I think it was an earthquake somewhere over there, but I seen them coming down the East Coast. I seen them on the West Coast. We ain't seen nothing yet. And what's happening is, you know, they making you think it's all just weather related. This is war going on. There's a war going on right now. There's a war going on up there. What did they say? As above, so below. And there's a war going on down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you damn sure. I remember you saying that too. I definitely remember you saying that. And as a matter of fact, I'm glad that you said that because what was it? What's today? Friday? I want to say it probably was yesterday. It was the Wednesday, Thursday, yesterday. I don't remember who I was talking to, but I was sitting on my patio and I was having my little me time with my little cigar. Like that's my little way that I unplug and like, you know, let spirit kind of speak to me, you know, through the smoke and the cigar essence or whatever. And it's like every time I do it, I feel like there's a download that comes every single time. It's almost like meditation, like for real. And it's like, but when
you
this
get the downloads, right? When you right.
Yeah. And boy, man, listen, this time, and we get violent storms down here, but when I tell you Shango was up there like boom, 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 boom. I'm talking about to the point. I seen a neighbor walking. A neighbor was walking out of the car, boy. When that first boom hit, boom, he's like, "Oh,
jump right." So that that sound going. That's them aliens fighting up there.
Listen, that thing shaking like buildings, like the window, like everything shaking. I'm talking about it, boy. It ain't no joke, and it's like, yo. So it's like it's major. And then even like the skies, like I'm seeing a lot of different videos online with the skies where you can tell it's cloaking, like it's cloaks going on with like motherships or cigar-shaped ships, or just massive ships that are cloaking themselves. So it's a lot going on, man. It's a whole lot that's going on for sure.
There's a lot going. There's definitely a lot going on, and the thing about it, some of it is weather manipulation. Some of it is our brothers and sisters fighting in the cosmos, and then under the sea. So I'm not surprised that we're going to see a lot more, earthquakes. We're going to see a lot more tornadoes. Now, according to the weatherman Ryan Hall, shout out to Ryan Hall. Everybody watches him. He's really good. He's a good Caucasian guy that kind of has a little bit of prediction skills, right? But he said there's not going to be no hurricanes that's going to be bad this year, but Spirit showed me otherwise. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this. We are going to see a lot of different weather catastrophes happening, from tornadoes, hurricanes, earthquakes, tropical storms, because not only is there a war, but there's a cleansing that has to take place on the earth. Okay. And what's happening is Mother, as I always say, wants to cleanse her womb. So she's bringing some stuff too, right? Because a cleansing have to take place. It's too much going on. Some of stuff is real, some of it's fake. Fake diseases, real diseases. You know what I mean? So there has to be a cleansing. When this old dude came out, I'm gonna go back to the old dude because also Meji represents the feminine energy and change and transformation. I'm gonna say she's coming with her wrath. Okay, she's coming with her wrath. So we're gonna see a lot. Okay, we're gonna see some flooding, a lot of flooding too again. A lot of cleansing have to take place.
Yeah, New York's still flooding. It's still New York been flooding. It's been a lot of floods. It's been a lot of crazy behavior that's not being reported, man. I'm telling you, like New York been getting floods. I think the last time we was on the show, we was talking about, I was saying something about New York getting flooded. New York, I believe, is still getting flooded, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, they gotta be cleansed too. As a matter of fact, they acting their behinds over there, messing with the goddamn Spurs, doing stuff they ain't got no business doing, acting up. I was laughing because I was thinking about the guy they mess with it. New York is crazy, y'all. I'm a New Yorker, so I'm always be a New Yorker at heart. But let me tell y'all something. They out of order for the things they were doing. So yeah, they gotta have a cleansing too. Up there messing with people just because of a damn basketball game.
Yeah. That's crazy. I think my mom was telling me a little bit about that, some of that foolishness. And that's the thing too. Like sports, all of that is fake too. That shit just like WWF. It's not real. You know what I'm saying? Scripted.
Exactly.
NFL scripted, NBA scripted, all of it scripted. So it's like it ain't real. I used
pushing each other down, making each other. I'm like, look at that, that's fake. I said, what are they turning into? Now it's fake. I used to go to the games when I was a teenager. I used to go to Knicks games all the time in Madison Square Garden. I never seen that nonsense before. And look, as I'm speaking about it, why they showing it on the TV.
Look, that's another thing that happened. I'm speaking up synchronicities, and you know what I'm saying, or speaking up things, and it happening in real time. Like, and look, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. That happened today, literally today. I was doing a consultation. And I'm talking about the timing of it was absolutely astounding. Like it was nuts, because I was doing a consultation, and a part of the message that came up, I thought it was funny, not in a comical way, but funny because I was just sharing how sometimes when I'm doing divinations or consultations for people, a lot of times the message that comes through, it relates to me too, or there's something in there, you know what I'm saying, that I feel like I need to learn in that message, in that lesson too. And that happens pretty much every time I divine with somebody. So anyway, I was saying how the person, there were certain things that they were supposed to do or they needed to do or whatever. And so I was like, yo, don't take it as, anything wrong, like, because I be having the same thing happen to me where, people be getting on me, whether it's the hell, you done gave me a couple messages where it was like, you need to sit your behind down somewhere and chill. You're doing too much. Or, you know what I'm saying? You ain't giving yourself enough time to unplug, all that stuff. And so I was like, yo, I said that happens with me too. And then I was saying my pops be the main one to be getting on me about stuff like that. And I promise you, I can't make this up. Within 120 seconds, it couldn't have been 2 minutes. It probably was less, but within 2 minutes tops, my pops called me. I'm like, yo, we both just looked at each other because we was on Zoom, and he looked at me. I was like, bro, I just was saying that, like, and stuff like that been happening nonstop. Same thing with the old dude. I was talking about the mothers, AJ, Yami, or y'all, all them Friday night, and I didn't know Saturday night, but I didn't find out what the old dude was until Sunday. And then what was the old dude? Also, I made him like, yo, this is nuts. So yeah, it's definitely a lot of powerful divine alignments and Ofo Ashe manifesting in like real.
Well, you got to realize that energy is coming from the energy of Oshameji. When they speak about the hidden forces, the
Yep.
power,
Yep.
right? They speak
Yep.
about the spiritual power that is bringing with it. So if
Yep.
you're spiritual, get ready to be super spiritual. Get ready
Yeah.
to turn into Superwoman. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay, so what talk about the
Yeah.
hidden forces that's coming to the forefront. Them
Yeah.
hidden forces are coming through weather,
We.
right? Through politics, right? Through economics. So there's a lot of that that's getting ready to show itself. So when
Oh
they
yeah.
talk about change, there's getting ready to be major changes that goes on.
Yeah.
Another thing too, communication.
Yes.
So be
Yes.
careful what you say.
Yeah.
Be careful
Yeah.
what you say. If you already got with what we call the power of our share, or what I say inyama energy, right? It's going to
Mm-hmm.
be amplified. So
Mm-hmm.
be very, very careful what you say
Yes. Yeah.
because it's going to be super powerful. That's the power of Oshameshi and the energy that's being presented that's coming this whole year.
Yeah.
So them hidden forces are coming out too. Y'all watch, y'all see.
Yeah.
There's
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
some forces that y'all gonna be like, wow.
Yeah, it's real, man,
Oh,
and it's that's like a double confirmation because I was just saying the same thing on one of the streams the other day too. I think it was Tuesday
mhm,
about like even and especially speaking over water. Matter of fact, I was just talking about it was a dinker that sent me the video with the Middle Eastern people. I don't know if you saw it or not, but he DM'd me the video with the Middle Eastern dude that was talking about the significance and the power of water and why their
mhm.
family never talks negative at dinner or over dinner because the water holds the vibration and the frequency of the words, and you can literally self-hex or curse yourself by talking negative, you know what I'm saying, and drinking that water. And so
Yep.
I had went into that, you know what I mean, on the call. I think it was Tuesday with the tribe, and we was talking about that. And I was talking about the significance and the power of prayer. You know, when we talk and speak and pray over our water. It's funny, I got some with me tonight. When we pray over our water, you know what I mean, and then we
Me too. Got
we
some
pour
water.
some out to the we pour some out to the ancestors and like pour libation, and then we swallow it, whatever we swallow the prayers. And
Mhm,
so it's a lot of that, and it's funny because I didn't even get into all what I wanted to share about some of the notes and some of the things I wanted to
mhm.
share with Osai Major. But when we talk about it, another aspect of it, like you're saying about the invisible and hidden forces, that represents the things that are moving. And so with the things like jealousy, betrayal,
Yep. Yep.
pressure, you know what I'm saying, ancestral,
Yep.
things, spiritual attacks, confusion, delays, disruption, political instabilities, all the stuff we see happening, it's happening in real time on multiple layers, from the
Yep.
macrocosmic cosmic way to the microcosmic way, as above, so below, as within, so without,
That's
so
right.
it's a real thing. The algorithms, you know what I'm saying, the wars, AI, all that stuff, it's all part of the hidden forces or the hidden dangers, or whatever you want to call it.
They said the ocean magic teaches us that the winds of change are not sent to destroy us; they are sent to transform us.
Facts. Yeah.
Powerful, right?
Yeah.
And we gotta take and the reason I'm so big on this, y'all, not just because that Odu came out for me, and in the Yoruba tradition, because even in my tradition and my culture, we have equivalent mothers to the Iami. We just call them different things. Okay.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
So it's the same energy, but I just know that because they're so powerful,
Mm-hmm.
this is a time when you need to make your offerings to them. You need
Yes.
to put. I got a list of stuff I want to share with your audience so they can do
Okay.
during this energy, but it's a beautiful thing to me because it's feminine.
Yes.
We've
Yeah.
been living in a patriarchal system for so long, and as y'all can
Yeah.
see, nothing but war,
Yeah.
chaos, destruction.
Yeah. Yeah.
That energy has to come back.
Yeah.
Nothing against my patriarch. I love, especially my black men. I love the ground y'all walk on. But let me tell y'all something. Y'all don't even got a chance because the rest of the world that's doing all the shit they're doing, excuse my language, is
Mm-hmm.
out of their minds. They're causing too much chaos,
Yeah. Yeah.
So now I'm happy that this came out so they can get it together.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, they're getting together. Trust and believe that. And look, we're just getting started. It's funny
Yeah.
because I was talking about I was talking about one of my favorite movies, Law Abiding Citizen. And the
Mm,
dude, when he finally caught up to them dudes that did what they did to his family and all that, he was like, "You can't
mhm,
fight fate." And so and that's where it's at now. I feel like the cosmos, the planet, the universe, the mothers,
mhm,
and the galactic federation of our
mhm,
spiritual
mhm.
or higher level or different galaxy type of family, you know what I'm saying, are coming to play their part in the reckoning, you know what I mean, and the course
Yeah,
correction of what's happening right now. So it's a real thing, very
yeah. They're
powerful,
coming to
very
play
real.
their part. We got to
Yep.
get it together. And again, you talking about the paranormal stuff. We ain't see nothing. Y'all gonna see, as we said earlier, more beings coming out that water. Y'all gonna see some more stuff. And I still
Mm.
see that ship. That
Oh yeah.
huge giant ship that didn't come out yet, but it's coming.
Oh
It's
yeah.
coming.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that because I was gonna try to do it this weekend, but I don't think it's gonna happen. It's probably I'm thinking about Monday, but I'm gonna do a like a disclosure day video talking about real extraterrestrial activity because you know that movie came out today. I wanted to do
Which
it
one?
today for Disclosure Day. The
Oh,
movie
it came out today.
by Steven Spielberg. Yep. So
Okay.
yeah. So I wanted to do a video sharing real extraterrestrial, you know what I'm saying, information and real files based off of my research from like 94, you know, and some of it's gonna be, you know, written and documented, you know what I'm saying, like research, but also I got videos and different, you know, different things that I want to share. I'm gonna share and show. I wanted to do it before that came out, but it didn't work out the way. So I'll probably do it Monday. But anyway, there's a lot of that happening. Brazil is lit up right now with extraterrestrial activity. I mean, I'm talking about it is litty in Brazil. So it's like there's a lot that's really you know,
So it's
manifesting.
lit over there in Brazil. So what's going on in Brazil?
Hold on, let me see. I think I might share a
What's
little.
going on in Brazil? And I'm tapping in with my spiritual eye because I need to see what's going on
I'm
with
gonna share
Brazil.
you a little. Let me go a little.
Over
Look,
there?
I'm gonna give me a little appetizer of what was gonna come on that full one when I do it next week. So hold on, I'm gonna pull up a this is just one little snippet of one that I saw or that I found, but this one 1 second. This one strikes me as real. And mind you, like we were talking about with the video, with the lady walking the water. You know, some of it is fake, some of it's manipulation, but some of it's real. And they do that on
Some of
purpose
it's
so you
real.
don't know which one is which. But this is the one that I was telling you about.
No stories
Right
anterior,
here.
e aí começou a aparecer esse objeto brilhante em cima do rio, que tinha aproximadamente uns 70 metros, não é algo pequeno, em torno de 50, 60 metros, eu tenho certeza, porque ele ficou pairado no rio, aí ele apagou as luzes, e gente, é em cima do rio, é uma região totalmente fechada, de mata aqui, eu vou postar, porque faltou isso para algumas reportagens postarem, porque eles falaram como se lá fosse algo que tivesse uma civilização, e não tem nada, vários vídeos, isso ficou em torno de uns 20 a 30
So I don't know how many Spanish speaking audience members.
They speak in Portuguese.
Portuguese. Oh, okay. If we got
Yeah, they speak
anybody out there
Portuguese.
in the tribe that speaks or you know can translate Portuguese, please do for us so we can know what he was saying.
It's mixed with Portuguese. It's sort of like Cabo Verde, they speak Portuguese, but it's mixed with Fulani and Wolof. I understood a little bit what he was saying, but I don't. He's speaking more Portuguese than anything. Yeah.
Wow.
But there's a lot of but what Spirit has shown me a lot of activities going on in Brazil. You know, Brazil is very spiritual too.
Yeah.
Highly spiritual too.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of activity over there, but I see that there's pretty much like more than anything, there's some energy going on with the sea in Brazil as well.
Yeah.
They're not talking about that. There's some energy going on with the sea, and then you got the alien, there's some spiritual stuff going on over there in Brazil.
Yeah.
But I also see that these aliens are back for something else. There's something in Brazil that they're getting. I don't know if it's a plant or something else, a plant or some type of mineral or something that these aliens are after. That's what I see.
That they're going down into, you know, extracting out of Brazil.
Right. Out of Brazil. Yeah. Some type of mineral or something like that.
Yeah, it's a lot, man. I'm looking for. I had, as I was, you know, preparing for the show, I put a lot of different videos and links and all kind of different stuff to the side to get ready for that particular show. But there's one, you know, I want to share it, but I don't know if it's cleared with the I don't want no copyright stuff. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna definitely share it in the Patreon, and I'm gonna share it once I, you know, double check the research and all that, make sure it's not that they'll try to hit me with the copyright or whatever. But there's one that is dope that I had access to this particular sighting. This is it right here. I had access to this particular sighting before I ever knew that there was actual footage, like video footage of it that came out after. You know what I'm saying? And so this is something, like I said, I read about this one years ago, decades ago, and I never knew that there was actual video footage of the sighting. You know what I mean? But there are historical data or records of it in like the newspapers and things of that nature. But I never knew that there was video footage. So I'm gonna share that as part of it too. But that one's real, and I know for a fact it's real because I know where, you know, the information I got it from. I know that they got real information. So, but anywho, but yeah, Brazil definitely is lit, man, and it has been for a while. There's another documentary that was done on Brazil. I can't think of the name of it, man. It was a real good one though, and like they were showing they had some of the best footage I've ever seen with real crafts coming in and out of the water, coming in and out of, you know what I'm saying, the atmosphere over in Brazil. So it was powerful. So that one that I just shared, it reminds me of those types of crafts that I saw in that documentary too.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's something going on, but I keep seeing some type of mineral. I don't know what it is, but that's what Spirit is showing me. Like minerals, the beans are coming down to deal with that. And there's some other stuff going on with the water in Brazil under the sea. Yeah, just pay attention. Something's gonna come out while they're there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, something's gonna come out.
Wow. And you see that comment, but Phoenix Rose, it says about a few seconds in, seeing that someone or something was sitting in the clouds, and further in, it seemed like as if some things or some entities were being thrown down from the clouds. Wow.
Really?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it's a lot. It's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot. Shout out to Reiki Activate, said, thank you, Mrs. Wunam. A few shows ago, you said IJ wanted to bless me with abundance and requested an ocean offering. I went, and my life has changed forever. Wow. The bluebirds never leave my side now. Look at that. Hey.
Wow. That's a blessing. Wow.
Yeah, man. For real. Hey, listen, you're listening to the #1 spirituality channel in the world, on YouTube and in the world. You're listening to that's us. We am them. We am the tribe. That's facts.
Right. That's right. And you know what's crazy? Last night when I was doing an offering to the AJ, and, you know, I only give her a pigeon when she asked.
Right.
Boy, she must have been hungry for that pigeon, because as soon as I got it out the thing, put it there, took it just like that. Just like that. Right? I said, I know, because she's been telling me she wanted it. And I did offerings for the whole, you know, for whole Wunam Spiritual Society, for all my students to be blessed, you know. Everybody can't afford. So I did that, and she was not playing. And on the first thing, on the first throw, she accepted it. Not just yes, but a guaranteed yes.
Yeah.
So that means that a lot of people during this energy too is getting ready to get blessed with wealth. So do get ready to embrace.
Oh yeah. Okay? What is Odu is an Odu of wealth, you know, and because it came in E-Ray IJ. So that within itself, you know what I'm saying? That is powerful. Just the manifestation that it came in. So the Odu within itself is powerful, and it's the IJ, so it's about wealth. But then on top of it, it came in E-Ray IJ. And I check this out. I had, and I'm telling you, things are really picking up spiritually, because we ain't even talk about it, but I done had or been a part of at least 3 or 4 different like Eleke ceremonies, or you know what I'm saying, and it's all kind of like bembes, all kind of stuff going on. But one of the ones I did not too long ago, man, when I tell you, it's like I can't remember the last time I seen something like this. Like every single cast was all like phenomenal letters. Ejife. I'm like, yo, you were definitely on your. Matter of fact, it was the one I think I was telling you about. I had reached out to you, one of the cases or whatever. But I'm like, yo, you on your path. Like you were on. You on your path, and shoot, like you could have been on your path long days ago, but the way this thing came, and then like when I did the consultation, I'm like, yo, it was amazing, man, and the mothers was a part of that one too, you know, and the ancestors too, like, so it's like it's a lot of divine alignment, for sure.
Y'all, so y'all get ready, because a lot of people get ready to get wealth this year. When you get it, don't forget where you came from, though.
Yeah,
because as quick as you get it, as quick as they can snatch it away. So do not forget what you come, right. So do not forget, you know, when you get it, a lot of people are going to see blessings. One of the most important things everybody need to realize this year, you got to make sure you maintain a good character.
Yeah.
A good character. It's very, very important that you maintain a good character.
Yeah.
And what do you look? We used to hear me tell them, what do we mean by good character? Honesty. You know,
integrity.
Integrity. You know what I mean?
Truth, like not talking down on nobody. Not the hell. Look, this is. I'm gonna reiterate this one. Not talking down on yourself. That's like not limiting your beliefs. Not, you know what I'm saying. Like not limiting your potential. Like not feeling as if you're inferior or insecure for any reason. Don't dim your light or minimize yourself for a goddamn thing or a person. If somebody can't stand being around you because of your shine, your light, your ashe, you being bright, kick rocks, keep it pushing, because this ain't the time for that. Because the more you believe in you, the more you speak authority or speak power over you, the more it's going to be given to you, the more you're going to manifest it. And I'm telling you, because it was somebody on the show Tuesday that was saying like they felt powerless. I'm like, nah, no, you don't. Look at yourself in the mirror and speak that power on you. Say, I got the power. I got the juice. You know what I'm saying? I am the man, because ain't nobody else going to do it like you're going to do it. So you need to do it. It ain't about being cocky or arrogant or any of that, but damn it, we got to give ourselves some love sometime. This is the time to do it. So
that's right. Another thing too, I like to say, practice humility. Listen listen more than you speak.
Mm.
You know, I like to say this all the time when I'm teaching about spiritual counseling, because, you know, I do teach about spiritual. So I tell people, if you listen very closely to what someone is saying, you'll hear what they're thinking, right? Listen very closely to what one is saying, you'll hear what they're thinking. So in this energy, it's also important to practice humility. Listen more than you speak, because you'll be able to know what people are thinking. That's
Yeah.
very important, okay?
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of times people always want to be right. They have the need to be right, but it's not always necessary.
Right.
Not always necessary, okay? So
Yeah.
humility is one of the things. Another thing, respect women and feminine energy.
Facts.
Respect women, and I'm stretching y'all because I got to stretch my mouth because I'm tired of stuff. But listen, respect women and feminine energy. Now, that goes to fellow sisters. I've run across some situations where sisters hating on sisters, sisters talking about sisters. This one jealous of this one. This one got ego. She don't want this one to do that. You better, and I'm not even being funny. You better not do that in this energy right now. Because if you do, the mothers are gonna deal with you. They're gonna deal with you in the worst way. So you got to humble yourself and you got to align with your fellow sisters. You got to respect grandmothers. You got to respect elder women. That's another thing. It's very, very important. You better respect the elders, and
Yeah.
especially the elder mothers. Because if you don't, Agbaglagba's coming after you.
Mm.
Okay? Because they are the elders of the night in the Iyamio Saranga. So you got to be careful. Respect your elder women, respect your grandmothers, respect your mothers.
Mm.
Now, I've heard people say, well, what about if your mother, I don't give a goddamn what your mother did or did not do. You
Mm-hmm.
just made sure you respect her,
Mm.
right? Because we get
Mm-hmm.
a lot of that too. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You do what you got to do. That way you always keep yourself protected and clean, you know, and protected by your great mothers. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's important.
Yeah. No, that's
The-
facts.
yeah, yeah. A lot of things that we need to, not only that, honor your ancestors.
Facts. Yeah.
First and foremost, we got everybody that's into Yoruba, everybody that's into Akan, everybody that's into Palo, everybody that's into everything. But are you honoring your ancestors? You better start doing that too.
Yeah.
Because remember, the mitochondrial DNA is with who? The mother. So
Facts.
you must honor your ancestors because it's the mothers who we always call through to call to our ancestors.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So you must honor your ancestors here. I don't care if you go outside, pour some water by a tree. I'm calling on my ancestors through my mother Barbara, and I'm asking that you rise up, ancestors. You should set up a little ancestral altar in your house too.
Yeah.
Have an ancestral altar because you want to make sure this year is the year that you respect the mother energy.
Yes.
Okay?
That's facts. Yeah. No, that's real, and that's some of the stuff we're gonna get into on the private call Sunday, family. So for the private community, the YouTube private community and the Patreon private community, we got our private community calls coming back this Sunday at 6 p.m. I'll be sharing the link either when we get off the stream or tomorrow for sure. But yeah, we're gonna get into that because that's been like a very consistent theme, you know, in regards to a lot of the times when I've been consulting the oracles, like it's about the ancestors. The ancestors are like they are here and they are speaking loud and clear. You hear me? Like I'm talking about, and mind you, this Odu, Osai Meiji is a heavily involved ancestral Odu too. You know what I'm saying? Like the ancestors are heavy in Osai Meiji, so it's like, you know, the ancestors definitely they here and they doing their part, man. And there's a lot of people that have gifts that are, you know, aligning with this spiritual practice or whatever the system may be that they practice. And either way it goes, everything has to be preceded with the ancestors, period. Like in order, you know what I'm saying, to get to any point of any of the traditions that I know, we got to honor and reverence the ancestors. So it's like there's a lot of ancestors who want to and are waiting to knock stuff over for, you know what I'm saying, their you know, great grandchildren, grandchildren, whatever, etc. And not necessarily even in a negative way either, but just like clearing roads, clearing paths, clearing blockages, you know what I'm saying, removing people, removing environments or jobs or whatever the case may be. But it's like we got to be willing to give them, you know, it's the reciprocity. What are we going to give in order to receive? You know what I mean? So it's a real thing.
You gotta keep them blessings going. You know,
yeah, it's a cycle.
One of the things out too, give back.
Yes.
Right? Because we got a lot of selfish people out here, and y'all do
Yeah.
not need to be selfish. Y'all gotta
Yeah.
remember this energy is talking about blessings.
Yes.
You know, you're getting blessings of the divine feminine energy. So give back. I got, and let me tell you like this, I got a couple that have 5 children living in a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
I got an elder couple that's living in their van. The son has schizophrenic. And I have another young lady that has 4 children and she needs help. And I'm sitting up here the whole week wrecking my brain. First of all, how we gonna go get the other couple and their kids, right?
Right.
Then I'm thinking about I gotta get 2 houses, right? And I'm thinking about how I'm gonna get the money to do this now, right? So I'm saying we have to help them. Like it's like the energy's so strong, that we have to help them. They can't stay in a hotel with these babies. They just had a newborn baby.
Right.
Now some people will say, well, damn, they had all them kids, but that's not the point.
Right.
Do what you got to do. Now, what I will say is that when we bless, the blessings shall keep circling.
Facts.
You
Yeah.
bless, the blessings will keep circling. A
Yeah.
lot of us are selfish. Don't be selfish and come back to that village mentality or that community mentality.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell y'all why I feel the need. Me and Adika feel the need to help them because they're calling us.
Yes.
And when
Yeah.
the ancestors send them to you,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's a message for you to pay attention to,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? A message. So we got to understand that it's important too to help people. Now, you may not have monetary, got anybody got a lot of money and rich,
Right. Right. Right.
but at the end of the day, if we can send them protection, I had people send Pampers and my whole school. I had people send stuff to them at the hotel so they could get Pampers for the baby and pay a couple of nights for the hotel. We all did that together. You see what I'm saying?
And I want
And
to. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
I want to
Go ahead.
respectfully, and I mean with the utmost respect, I just want to speak to them because it's funny. This was an internal conversation like a day or two ago with me, but you are rich and you damn goddamn filthy wealthy too. It's just that, well, no, seriously, the wealth that you carry, that we carry, we possess, it's not necessarily recognized or honored in this particular day and time in this system at this point in time in the world. But what we do have, you can't put a price on that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. And I talk about you all the time when I'm working with other people. I'm like, yo, I'm grateful because I got a strong ass squad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Humbly speaking, between you and some of the Babas we got in Nigeria and then some other people. But it's like though that kind of power or wealth that to me is more valuable than financial wealth, because that wealth transfers into the next realm, into the next lifetime, into the next dimension. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the wealth of service. You know what I'm saying? Like and being in unison with the higher energies and frequencies of the universe. So yeah, you wealthy.
Well, yeah, you're right. In that case, yeah, you're doggone right. I'm wealthy.
Shoot.
Right?
And we're gonna translate it into the material too.
But it's funny because that's what I'm focused on. So I said, let me go to the shrines this week. Let me see, because I need 2 houses. Let me go ask the ancestors for 2 houses because we got to get these people a place to stay. You know what I'm saying? When the ancestors send them to me, right? The ancestors already know what I can do and the capability. So now I got to go to the shrines, give my offering to ancestors, manifest 2 houses for me. So we got to put them kids and the babies in that house, the elders in that house. You know what I mean? So I do know, but I'm saying that for everybody to know, it's very important that we help, give back. Do not be selfish.
Yeah.
Because in our community, we got a mentality which ain't none of mine, ain't none of mine. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Because when and let me tell you another thing, I got a Mexican man that been calling me for years. I did spiritual work for him years ago, right? And he's all the way in Oregon. He keeps calling me. I needed your helper. I needed your helper. Nikki, can you? It's funny. It's not funny, but he, so we're trying to figure out how to get him from Oregon to get him down here. Because every time he calls me, I said, well, Jose, I got to get a translator because he speaks Spanish. And I said, Jose, I said, no, yo no habla español. You know that. Don't call me every 5 minutes, right? So he said, but I needed your helper. I said, okay, look. We're going to try to help you. We're going to try to get you here. The problem is he can't take a train because he don't speak English. So he has to take like 3 trains from Oregon. So if he takes a plane, then they might try to deport him.
Wow.
So now we're trying to figure out how to get him here so we can make sure he got a place to stay.
Right.
He's an elder Mexican guy. And every time this man been calling me over 7 years. Wow. And I said, ancestors, there's a reason why you keep having them call me.
Yeah. Yeah.
We have to help him. I can't ignore that.
Right.
You see? And then he called me and told me he broke his leg. So I said, you made some stuff. I got to make some stuff to send him there so he can put on his leg because he's in a homeless shelter. So my point, family, is help somebody so you can keep them blessings going. Don't be selfish.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be selfish. Okay?
And I wholeheartedly feel like, and I don't even do it because of that, but I just feel like times when I'm out in public, You know, it could be something as little as like helping a old lady or a short person. And I'm not disrespecting people, you know, who aren't the tallest, but I'm just saying like that happens. Sometimes when I'm in a grocery store and I'll see them, they don't even ask. I'll see them like struggling, trying to get stuff off the top shelf or whatever. And I'm like, hey, you need some help with that? You know, and I'll go and grab it, give it to them, or you know what I mean? Or you see the children out there trying to raise money for the football team or the bad, you know, whatever. If I got a few extra dollars, hey, here you go. You know, if I got cash, just because I just know when I was little, or you know, whatever situation I've been in life, like somebody was there a lot of times to help me out. You know what I'm saying? Unexpectedly. Right. So it's like, excuse me, the ability to pay that forward, you know, is something that I feel like it comes back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like reciprocity comes back to you.
Well, you got to remember, there's a circle. Listen, let me just share this with y'all. If you look at a square, right? A square.
Mm-hmm.
The square stops at each corner, right? When you look at a circle, what does it do? It continues to go around and around and around.
Mm-hmm.
You want to represent that circle because them blessings are going to keep coming and coming and coming. And don't do it because you want blessings. Do it because you know that energy, that spiritual energy is going to keep coming and coming and coming. When you represent that square is going to stop. That's how I'm going to say some of these political leaders and people out here live by the square. You see?
Yeah.
Now, represent that circle. Yeah. Another thing, too, y'all, embrace change. A lot of people don't like change, but this is the energy change.
Yes.
New careers, new relationships. If they ain't working no more, let it go.
Yeah.
Because with this change comes great blessings. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Great blessings. Change. Sure. Change the way you talk, the way you act, the way you think. Because it's sort of like the old dude says, Ocean Magic, transformation. Mm-hmm. So remember, humanity's going through a transformation. I told y'all years ago, the DNA is reactivating 2 strands by 2 strands by 2 strands. So you are being opened up. You know, it's funny, and I'm laughing because I went on TikTok. Everybody and their mother is doing some goddamn divination. They got every divination form you could do on TikTok. They got little, you know, in Africa, some of the tribes I've dealt with, we got different divination mats we read with shells and stones. We got different tools. You know what I'm saying? You got all these tribes putting that stuff out now. Everybody's doing readings. What does that tell you? Humanity is going through this huge transformation. I'm going to say spiritual transformation. And everybody is waking up.
Yeah.
Religion? Ain't nobody trying to hear it no more. They ain't trying to hear it no more. What you think?
Sure ain't. No, absolutely not. I mean, hell, I got to say, let me see. I mean, like without exaggerating, I have to say at least maybe anywhere from 30, I'll say between 35, maybe 45% or better of my clients are people who are brand new to any ancestral or any African or any type of spirituality outside of the demiurge of Christianity, Islam. You know what I'm saying? I forgot some of the other, you know, or the main 3 Abrahamic, you know, religions or whatever. But and it's like, and like even people who are still in Christianity, you know, they still want to learn or find out more about connecting to the ancestors, more about, you know what I'm saying, Ishe, more about ancient Kemet, you know what I'm saying, the Kemetic spiritual sciences. Like, so it's like the DNA within itself, I feel like is the main activating point that is, you know what I'm saying, got people, you know, activating to where they're walking away from the box of the, you know, traditional, you know, spiritual systems or whatever. And it's like, it's almost like a full-blown exodus, you know what I'm saying, like where people are leaving from out of the churches and coming into whatever spiritual tradition they can get their spirits on. But the problem is there's a lot of people who doing bull crap, you know what I'm saying, bullshit, you know, with it too. So it's like you got to really go. What I'll say to that is like challenge your spirit, like go with your spirit. If it don't sit well with you, if it don't feel good, it don't feel right, don't rock with it. But if it do, yeah, then you know what I'm saying, because a lot of times you'll pick up on it before, like just like you were saying earlier, like about listening to people. And one of the things I want to tag on to that is like not only about listening to people, but hell, people they're gonna show you. They'll show you more, you know what I'm saying, when they're talking than even what they're telling you. You can just sit there and just watch their body language, how the mannerisms, you know what I'm saying, like how they're moving, how their eyes are going, like all those things. To me, I be reading people like it ain't nothing, and they be lying through their teeth, and I'm just sitting there laughing, like, boy, you so full of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna challenge you on it. I'm just gonna sit there and, you know, let you think that you pulling the wool over, you know, bamboozling me. But nah, I know what you got going on, man.
That's right. Like I said, if you listen very closely to what they're saying, you hear what they're thinking, and you'll hear what they're saying in their mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you gotta listen very closely. Another thing too, what was I gonna say? Oh, anybody who's into Ifa, make sure you put out your eggs with some palm oil.
Mm, I
Go
sure.
off of the mothers so you can get your blessings.
Mm,
Everybody may not have been able to do Ebo in Africa or Ebo
mm,
here,
mm-hmm.
but go put out 13 eggs. Get 13 eggs and some palm oil. Put it in a bowl and go put it by a tree or by a T junction, which is most of the time your T junctions be at the church because y'all know the EME hang at the church. So you
Mm-hmm.
put it there, but put 13 eggs with palm oil. Go
Right.
feed my mothers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Take care of the mothers, they're going to take care of you. And also get a bowl of palm oil and put it in front of your door
Mm.
for
Just a straight
protection.
bowl, just like a regular.
You could get a little white cup or,
This
just a white bowl. Yeah, like that. You could use something like that. Put it in front of your door for protection and blessings.
you put it outside or inside the door?
Outside.
Outside the door. Okay.
Outside the front door. Okay?
And another question that I'm pretty sure somebody in the tribe or the audience is probably thinking: when you give the eggs to the mothers, do you? I know you boil them first, but do you peel them or do you give them to
Yeah,
them hard
you
boiled?
peel them. Peel them. Make
Peel
sure
them.
you peel them.
Okay, got you. All right. Well, I
Peel
want
'em,
to
put them in a pot, pour the palm oil over it, and give it to them as an offering by a tree somewhere.
13 eggs. Y'all hear that, family? And say a prayer too. Pray over them before you leave them, and then you give
Right.
thanks after you leave it too.
Just did you call on Yami? I give you an offering of eggs. I thank you for guiding my path. I ask that you protect my family. All of that. Everything you want, you ask them. Okay?
And then let me ask you this, because I know there's certain prayers, offerings, rituals, etc., where when you give the offering, you're not supposed to like turn your back on it. So you're supposed to kind of like either walk backwards to, you know what I'm saying, or you don't like after you turn around and walk away from it, you don't look back
Don't
at it.
look
Like,
back.
okay.
Do not look back and do not go back to look back if they took anything. Just go and leave it.
I'm trying to make it, trying to make this beginner
Yeah.
friendly. You know what I mean? Because some people don't know. A lot of people probably don't know. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
well,
want
yeah,
to make
don't
sure
look
we
back. 'Cause y'all want some people want to be nosy. Don't be nosy. Nothing. Just
right,
know that you're giving your offering. You're leaving it there. You walk away and do not go back the next day looking to see if it's going nothing. Do nothing.
right.
Right?
Yeah.
Just let them and don't look back either when you walk away. Okay.
I sure. This one, I want to bring this one up real quick, and then we can go ahead and get into the past life. I know we're gonna not go as long tonight, out of respect for your time. So this one right here came up a while ago, and I know I don't know if I don't believe it was the same brother, but I know something similar has come up on a couple of calls that we've done before together. So I want to get your opinion on it, and then I'll share my little 2 cents on how I feel about it too. But shout out to at Don Coolio. Says, what about if the mother's a piece of poop and you cannot respect her, but you still love her, but not respect her for how her character is towards you? So what?
Don Colio, let me say this to you. You get rid of respect if at least letting you come out of her vagina. And I'm gonna be real. Right? Because you gotta remember your mother's a physical being, right? Living a physical experience, a spiritual being living a physical experience. Now, we have a tendency to look at our mothers and our fathers as they're supposed to be perfect. And not near one goddamn of us are perfect on this planet.
Mhm,
Right? Now, she got her own demons she gotta deal with, her own emotions and stresses she may be going through.
mhm,
And if she is the way she is, it's the reason why she's like that. But give her enough respect for at least having you. Because she could have aborted you, but she didn't. Right? Give her that much respect. Now, to keep yourself, you know, clean in the eyes of the mothers, you don't gotta disrespect her. If she gets out of order, just go walk away.
mhm,
Always keep your hands clean.
mhm,
Okay?
mhm.
Right. But give her the respect of at least having you. Because
Yeah,
I get a lot of that. People say, well, well, my mother wasn't shit. She didn't do that.
yeah,
Okay. Your mother
yeah,
got issues. She got
yeah,
issues. She got emotional distress. Your mother probably been through some things you don't even know why.
yeah.
You
We all
know?
got issues. Shit, I know I do.
Right. We all got issues. So at the
Keep it a
end of the
buck.
day, do you even know what's going through her mind? She may have been on drugs. My father, right, who is an African in America, right? Because my mother's side is African, in America was on drugs. And I hated my daddy. But guess what? As I got older and wiser and more mature, I said, Daddy, how'd you grow up? Come to find out his mother abandoned him at 14 years old. His stepfather literally, and I'm not even exaggerating, though, he told me the story, and I heard the story through family, that he literally kicked him down the stairs out in the streets and told him, your mother abandoned you, get out of my house. So my father turned to the street. He had a 14-year-old boy. Right? He didn't know how to love me. So because he didn't know how to love me, I was mad. I hated his ass. I was his only daughter. Why you ain't do this? You know what I mean? And then what happened is I got older and wiser. I said, Daddy, I said, how did you understand? He was one of the biggest drug dealers in Brooklyn and became his own best customer. So when he became his own best customer, his soul was weak. And I had to realize that he was weak. And he couldn't love me because he couldn't love himself because he missed out on that nurturing aspect from his mother who abandoned him. You see what I'm saying? So as I got older again and wiser, I began to say, you know what? I can't even be mad at him. Why I can't be mad at him? He don't even know how to love himself. So what spirit showed me, and my father was spiritual too, y'all, higher spiritual, showed me that he just had a weaker soul. And he couldn't deal with the energy of what happened to him. And at that point, I began to say, you know what? I know I came back to take care of you. So I took care of my father. You hear what I mean? Oh, yeah, I hated him. I cursed him out, called him every name in the book. You goddamn drug addict, you this, that. I mean, I tell you, I cussed my father out so bad that he started crying like a baby. Like a baby. I said, you put drugs before me, right? I went on in him. Because to make a long story short, his wife kicked him out because he contracted HIV because he was cheating. Not from using heroin, but from cheating. From a white woman, he got HIV. And his wife kicked him out. And I remember my mother used to say, the same daughter you don't take care of is the same daughter that you're going to have to give a glass of water. And she was never lying. He had to come ask me to give him a place to stay. And I did. And when I did, he was still dipping and dabbing. I said, you can't do that here. So, and I'm sharing this with Don Colio because people need to hear this. A lot of times we want to judge our parents. We don't know their souls are weak as shit. You understand? So Daddy, his soul was weak. So, it wasn't until 2013 when I went to North Carolina, my father finally got it together. He was still sick. He had cancer. And I went and fixed up his apartment. I was happy he got his own little apartment. That I felt like I was talking to my father. Not Daddy, but to my father.
Wow.
So with saying that, I put all that aside, him not being there for me because I was his only daughter. He didn't have no other kids. My brothers and sisters had different fathers. And I was like, I'm not mad at you no more. I know why I came back to take care of you. You see what I'm saying? So Don Corleone, still respect your mother. I gave my father respect as I got older because when I got wisdom, I didn't disrespect him. But when I was a teenager, you damn right, I was cursing him out. I was calling him all kind of names. You understand? Right? So, but as you get older, you get wisdom. You got to understand what they go through. They just here. They're just vessels for you. Okay.
And the little 2 cents that I was gonna share is that and I got this from an elder that really poured a plethora of wisdom within me. As a matter of fact, it was during one of the most powerful Reiki sessions I ever had. But it was like when you have, especially loved ones that are in your inner circle of life that that have, I would imagine, the same type of relationship or the same type of friction or whatever, adversity or whatever that Don Coolio was going through with his mom. You don't have to look at them as them in the current reality that they are in. You can look at them in a reality of them being in a higher version of themselves, or them being in an elevated, much more polished, better version of them, and visualize that, and then speak that over them. Speak that over, some water with your prayer. Speak that to your ancestors' shrine. Ask your ancestors for assistance with that. But more so than anything, speak and envision and interact with them as if they were one of the highest versions of themselves that they could be. And you might F around and activate something within them to really get that to kind of manifest from them, from the inside, out. So you might can actually speak a transformation, or, at least visualize or attract or manifest a transformation for them, just by your intentions and your thoughts for how you want to see them to live. So it's like we got that kind of ability and that kind of power because that's the law of attraction. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's another way you can look at it or interact with it. I know it's hard. Let me get it twisted. Like it's something that's easy to deal with because it's not easy to deal with anybody who's disrespectful or who, you feel like shitted on you or whatever. But at the same time, I do believe in the power of the universe and the power of the mind, you know what I'm saying? And being able to shift, situations and circumstances based upon us, tapping into that power.
But we always have to say, obviously, we got to say, why is why? Why did she shit on?
Yeah.
What's her mindset? You got to think about what's her mindset for her to shit on you. You know what I mean? What's her mindset for disrespecting you? Maybe she don't got respect for herself. But see, that's where you come in for because you know better. Because if you know enough to say, you know what, my mother shitted on me and she disrespected me, that means you know what respect is, right? So that means you must ask yourself, why did she disrespect me? What's really going through her mind?
Right.
Is she dealing with some mental psychosis? You know what I mean? Is she got demons in her body? You know what I mean? So we have to understand again, why is why? Why do people do the things that they do?
Yeah.
And when you're able to discern and tap in, which is one of the energies that we have to practice this year under Oshameshi, is understanding why people do what they do. Learning how to discern. That's why we say listen. Listen very closely to what they're saying. You'll hear what they're thinking. So what I'm seeing with his mother got a lot of emotional distress. She's been through some things. And I'm seeing, I don't know, and correct me if I'm wrong, Don Coley, but did your mother deal with some domestic violence stuff?
You actually, it's funny because the next thing I'm going to say one of the best things you could do is to get a consultation to see like what, to do a deep dive into what's going on or what that root cause could be because hell, Wunam got things that, she could do to help. You know what I mean? Hell, there's certain things that I know, I could do that could possibly help. So it's like, there's a lot of things that could be done as long as it's being done in a way with integrity and Iwa-Pele, you know what I'm saying? That's not violating anybody's, circumstances or privacy or anything like that. So, that's another way that, family, if you're still on Don Coolio, that, maybe tapping in and seeing if you can, find out by getting a consultation and maybe seeing like how, if and what you can do on your end to kind of try to help to transform, that energy or to shift that experience that you're having with her.
Let me see. Hold on. Am I seeing something correct? But we cannot talk about women without including God's punishment manifested as the menopause. Trust me, that's no joke. The menopause, the devil. Well, menopause in Africa don't exist. And if you notice, in Africa, women don't have menopause because of the diet. Only reason we get menopause here in America because of the diet, the food we eat, growing up eating, the constant, damaging the DNA with the food you eat. Because in Africa, women don't have menopause. Why do you think women be having babies at 60 years old? Right? Right? They think it's only the men because, but it's not the devil. Menopause comes from your diet of years and years and years of eating certain foods. Okay? I just seen that in a question, and somebody was saying in the question.
And I'm running behind. It's funny because I it's hard to keep up with all the comments, but keep them comments coming, family. I definitely appreciate y'all, chopping it up with us and being here and, all the love, support, all that. Matter of fact, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button if you haven't already, family. I definitely appreciate y'all for coming through. But yeah, it's hard for me to keep up, especially when I be by myself. I was telling them the other night, like it's a little bit easier when I have a guest because I can at least listen to you while I'm trying to,
try to read the comments.
But it's just me. So, but anyway, but nah, yeah, that's real. But let me shift gears real quick because, like I said, I know we don't have the typical amount of time that we normally would have. But
I'm good for about another 30 more minutes. I'm good.
Okay. All right. So let's get into this past life.
So that got me all hyped up now. My energy's up.
Look, I had a strong shot and then a strong shot. And then I had another, I think, like an 8-ounce daggone cup of coffee earlier. So like, I might mess around.
I'm gonna do some coffee. I had some Sprite and some goddamn Saratoga sparkling water.
Man, look, I was so tired earlier. I said, I'm gonna have to take a little help before for me to make it tonight. So I said, let me go ahead and load up on this caffeine. So I'm wired. I'm ready to go now. But yeah, but past life progression, man, because you started on mine the last time with I was like, whoa, hold on, wait, let me get that on the off air because I want to know all this. I don't want everybody to be knowing.
Did I do yours? I got it.
You gave me several.
You did? Huh? Okay. I still owe you past life though, don't I?
Yeah. Whenever we can fit it in, yes.
Okay,
I'm waiting for it.
I got you. Just remind me because tomorrow we got two
spiritual
cleanses to do tomorrow.
I already know. Look, Ain't no pressure. Look, whenever you can get to it, and just let me know what I got to do. You know what I'm saying for the
Nothing.
reciprocity.
Just give me your mother's name. You know how we do. We barter.
Yeah, that's what I
Right.
was saying. Let me know whenever you need
Okay.
me to return to work. You know, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it
That's
for sure.
cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so when it comes to that, man, because like I said, I don't know how I didn't know you did those, but you sure as hell gave me some dope insight on mine. Like three or four different past lives you gave me. And that's why I like, yo, I can't wait to like really go into this. So with that, and for those who are new and haven't been on a call with Wunam before, or definitely if you haven't been with the tribe for like a year or so, I remember I think it was like the first or second time I interviewed you where you was doing, I swear to God, it was dope. It was like, to me, it was like Big Tigger in the basement on Freestyle Friday. Like she was literally giving out ancestral messages on the air on a live stream for about 15, 20, 25 different people simultaneously try. So if y'all didn't see that, I might have to replay that video or clip it up and share some of that because I ain't never seen that like that. That was different. So I was like, yo, that's dope. So anywho, I knew you had a supernatural gift based off of that when I saw that alone. I think I don't even know if you had divine for me yet before then. So, but then after you started like giving me messages from the ancestors of divination, I was like, yo, her gift is different. Like it's another level. And it still is. But can you kind of share with people or with the tribe what a past life regression consultation message is and like how you're able to do that with the gift that you have? Can you kind of share that with us before we get into it? Oh, I can't hear you.
Oh, yep. Sorry.
Okay, I hear you.
Basically telling you who you was and what past lives you had here on this planet. That's what it is. And I get a few select of those people want to know their past lives because sometimes when you go into the past lives, it affects your present life, and a lot of people don't know that. So it can affect somewhat of your present life as well. So just say like if you had a past life and you was a boy in the past life, and you know pretty much had fear of animals, you might fear animals in this lifetime. So that's what people like to get past life readings for because they try to figure out what is it that is going on in this lifetime that came from past lifetimes. So yeah, a lot of people like to get them.
Wow, yeah, it's powerful, man. Because like I said, you definitely was dropping some jewels on me when you're sharing stuff that you saw in my past life. So how do we want to do this for the sake of the audience? You want to just like pick a few people that might want to do it that you can give it
Pick
to
a
them?
few people that might want to do it.
Okay, and then we're gonna definitely have an actual like a workshop where we're gonna have Wunam in the Patreon. We're gonna actually do a whole workshop or a whole like class on doing past life regressions for the tribe members. So if y'all interested, I'll definitely be sharing the the links in the schedule for that whenever we're able to lock it in and put that on the calendar. So I'll keep y'all posted accordingly, family, where we can go deeper in a more intimate private community space. But as far as tonight, if you did want to get your past life regression message, man, holla at me and put it in the chat so we can get these things going. I think I did see somebody already put the info in there. Okay, yeah, shout out to I think it's Rashawn 3482. He got his info in there. So March 1st, 1979, Rashawn Sharif, and I'm thinking Powell might be.
What's your mother's first name? That's all I need. I don't need your birthday. What's your mother's first name?
So that's all we need, family, is mother's first name for those who
Mother's first name.
And so while I wait for that, anybody else, family, if you want to do your past life regression, put your mother's first name up in this thing. Amolo, Amora. Family, don't snark me up for getting your name wrong. I want to say Amorella Pessoa. Said she would like one, or he. I'm not sure, so I just put Pessoa 5647.
What did he say his mother's first name is?
Still waiting on him, but we got people coming in. So let's go with John Jones, ZK9ZB. Mary is his mother's name.
John Jones. His mother's name is Mary. Is this the same John Jones that's a kickboxer?
I don't know. Shoot, I ain't no telling. If it is, you might come on the show.
Because he's one of my favorites. If that's
what I'm saying. That's Bones Jones, bro. You gonna have to be a guest.
Yeah, right.
real.
But anyway, John Jones, you definitely got a warrior spirit with you. I do see that you actually, wow, you come from a tribe. You come from a tribe in Africa. I see
Mm,
that you was a very powerful warrior in Africa. And I keep
mm,
seeing one of the, oh, wow. Why they keep showing me a Watusi tribe? The
mm,
Watusi tribe, you were a very powerful warrior. Not only that, that was back in 18, I'm seeing it 18 like 75, 1875. During that time, you was a warrior. That was one lifetime that you were here. You had another lifetime here in 1901. What Spirit is showing me that you were older black man. I don't know
mm,
if you was a good, now this is from your lineage. I'm seeing from like a great grandfather, maybe a great grandfather that you
mm,
returned back as. So you have a lot of powerful energy. John Jones, you need to really tap into your ancestral lineage because not only was you a warrior in 1875, but I see 1901, where you were at, well, one of your grandfathers, I said great grandfather, and he was a very prominent businessman. He was he was tall too. I see a tall man, a tall, dark skinned man. He almost put you in the mind of Shaka Zulu, but
mm,
he was American. He was American. Okay, 1901. So you came back as him. You died in 1945. Spirit is showing me 1945 that you died.
mm,
You didn't come back until this lifetime.
mm,
So you had two lifetimes. One is a warrior in Africa from the Watusi tribe, and then I see the second lifetime was back in 1901, which was your great grandfather.
mm, mm.
Okay.
He responded. Oh no, he said he's not the MMA fighter, but let me know what you feel about the message though, John. Whenever you get a chance, bro, let me know because we got a lot of people piling things in now, so I'm starring them, so
Okay.
I'm gonna
Go
start
ahead.
bringing them up, and then Lady Walker had a question for I think both of us. I'll definitely get to Lady Walker, but shout out to Soul Reasons MK. She says she would like. I can't see the Fictures family, so I'm thinking it's a female. But if not, no disrespect, But Soul Reasons MK says mother's maiden name is Mary.
Mary, mother's maiden name is Mary. What's your first name?
Soul Reasons, what's your name? Soul Reasons.
What's your
I'll
first
go.
name?
I'll go to the next one until Soul Reasons. So,
Yeah.
you know what, everybody, if y'all can put your name too, so your mom's first name and then your name, so that way we can.
Right. Your first name and your mother's first name. That's it. That's all I need is the first names.
But shout out to John though, cause boy, he said, "Man, thank you," and very accurate, as I knew it would be, because I'm telling you, boy,
Okay.
wow.
You're
He
welcome.
said, "Especially grandfather, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
man." 'Cause boy, when
Yeah,
she did
you one of
mine,
your granddaddies. Yeah. Yeah.
when you did mine, boy, I'm telling you, like I was so blown. I'm like, yo, it was amazing. I remember, I'll never forget it. I remember where I woke up. I remember where I was at. I remember everything. Like, I was like, yo, it was powerful, very powerful.
Okay,
So,
Mary Kay her name is Mary Kay. Her mother's name was Mary, right? So Mary Kay, Mary Kay, Mary Kay. Interesting. Let me ask you a question. Are you attracted to anything Asian? Because you had a lifetime in Asia. I see you. I don't know if it was Japan or one of the Asian countries, but you were an Asian woman at one time in your lifetime. Spirit has shown me back in the 1700s that you were an Asian woman.
mm,
Wow, you was a little old Asian woman in Asia. And I
mm,
keep going more towards Japan. I keep going more towards Japan. That was in the 1700s.
mm,
Now, what's crazy in the late 1800s, I would say 1895, I see that you actually came back as a man and you came back through your lineage, but you
mm,
were a white man. Wow, that's
mm,
crazy. Wow.
mm,
You are a white man and you came back as a white man.
mm,
Hmm. It's funny. And you were a farmer. Spirit
mm,
said you was a farmer. So I don't know if you deal with some type of farming to this day, but you were a farmer. You were into farming. You had land. You had farms. I see farms. So I see that around you. Also, too, as that white man that you died in 1945.
mm,
Is it 1945 or 1946? They're showing me 1946, 1945, 1946. She died in 1946. He died in 1946. And you have now returned as who you are now. But
Wow.
what's crazy is because they're all connecting. They're all connecting through your DNA. So that Asian woman had to be one time had to travel and be with somebody that was that was white.
Mm.
Then you came back as a white man that had a farm.
Mm-mm.
The Asian
Mm.
woman was a little old Asian woman back in the 1700s. So I'm not sure if you're attracted to Asia.
Let's see if there's a response because it's a lot, but the comments are going ham now, boy. Let's see.
Yeah, put it in there.
MK, if you can share if
I
you
want
know
it to be a World Cup. That's
if
a
it
World
resonates with you or
Cup.
if you have any
That's
feedback,
okay.
for Wunam, you can share it. I'll definitely bring it back up. Let me see. So we got that thing. Okay, so look, before we even go too much further, how many can we do? Because look, we got a whole line, boy. I'm talking about that thing. I got 15 starred, and it's probably about another 15, 20 underneath.
All right. If when I get tired, I'm gonna let y'all know. We're gonna have to come back if I get tired. But come on, we can keep going. Who's
Well,
next?
look. I'm gonna go ahead and say, family, I'm gonna rock this thing out until 12:30, and then
Okay.
I got to pull off. I got to eat, but my stomach growling like a mug, boy.
Well,
I'm
go
like,
get
okay.
you some. Go grab you something
Well,
real
then
quick.
again, I guess I could do that while you do it. But
Yeah.
I'll go at least till 12:30 though. Then if how you feeling, we'll go from there.
Okay, we'll go to 12:30. That's perfect because I got to get up and do 2 cleanses tomorrow.
Okay, so let me see. Okay, y'all gotta bear with me. Kind of lost my daggone space, my spot. Let me find it though. So
Wait, somebody said, well, hold on. In the future, you shall say in your past life you were gay AF. What?
whoever they're gonna get blocked because they on some bullshit. What? Let me find
Well,
that
you
one.
know, I want to say this while we're going to the next people.
Uh-huh.
I don't care what nobody say. They can say what they want to say now. I'm all natural. I'm all for the natural order of things, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't
whoever
judge
that
nobody.
is, they just on some bullshit. So I got them
Right.
up out of here though. I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, but they got to realize that sometimes when people say that,
Mm-hmm.
they really feel like that. That's real.
Mm.
You
Yeah, but
come back,
I
you
ain't
ain't
taking that
controlling
energy
nothing
though.
down here.
That's what
You
I'm
come
saying.
back as woman or man.
Right. But I just don't like the energy, so I just gotta bounce
Yeah,
that right.
yeah. No, I'm
Yeah,
just saying so
so,
they'll understand. They got to understand the spiritual aspect of it. It's nothing to do with the bullshit they talking about.
right. Yeah, and we don't even play like that, right? It's cool to have fun and kick it loud, but not with that bullshit. Don't come around with that. All right, so now we're back to it. So Reiki activate. Vanita is her mom, or I think that's a female. I'm not sure though, but I think it's a female. Vanita is the mom's name.
All right. What's her first name?
Reiki activate. What's your first name? Kiana. Kiana is her name. So yeah, this is female.
Okay. All right. Kiana, and your mother's first name?
Vanita.
Vanita.
Mm-hmm.
That's a familiar name to me. Kiana,
Mm-hmm.
Vanita, Kiana.
Bonita Acapone. You gotta put me on. Bonita Acapone. Say you gotta put
Yeah,
me.
good that song.
Bonita. Well,
Kiana,
that was
Kiana.
Bonita with a B, but that's Bonita with.
She's an ancient one. She was back in ancient times, and I'm talking about Kemet, ancient Kemet.
Mm,
She was a high priestess in ancient Kemet at one time.
mm, mm. Go
She
ahead,
was a
Bonita.
high priestess in ancient Kemet, and I see that she died from sickness. I think she had a pneumonia. Spirit showed
Mm,
me she had a pneumonia.
mm.
Do you resonate with anything in Egypt?
I'm pretty sure. I'm almost willing to bet yes on that one. If you on this channel, then more than likely she probably do.
If you resonate with it, because I see that you were high priestess, you died of a pneumonia back then. Okay. I do see that you had one more lifetime here, and you was another. You was a girl. You was a woman. The first time you was a woman. The second time you were a little girl.
mm,
Wow. So you were here in the 1930s,
mm,
and Spirit has shown me that you drowned. You was 5 years
mm.
old.
Wow.
I'm not sure if you're afraid of water. Okay.
Here we go. Here's the response. I'm gonna run off. I'll be right back. I gotta use I'll be right back. But this is
Okay.
her response right there. You see it?
Don Don Colio. Listen, when that's why we say we're spiritual beings living a physical physical experience. Don't be disappointed. It is what it is. Okay? But if you notice, that was in the 1900s, right? Or the late 1800s, right? So at that time, you came back and took on the form and the body of a white man, but the lineages were connected. Okay? What I mean by that, the DNA was connected somewhere along the line. You know, the bloodline still went back to Asia, just like Asian. The first Asian was African. I just had to tell the Asian guy that was on TikTok the other day that the first Asian was African. All your Asian DNA traces back to the Khoisan tribe in Africa, the oldest tribe on the planet. So when you make a mistake and think, oh, I wasn't Asian, I don't want to be Asian, I want to be white. First of all, at that time, there was no white here. So the first Asian was African. So just go back and do your research, okay? So don't get disappointed. You just took on a white man's body, and it could have been for any reasons. Once we do your past life reading, I go deeper into it. There was a reason why you did that. Could be that, you know, somebody sold your land, and you was a black man at the time. I didn't see that. I seen that you came back as a white man, but it could be many different reasons. Once we do a full reading on your past life, I can give you like more in-depth details, okay? So don't be disappointed. It's okay. All right, so we did the last one. I have a heavy phobia of spiders. Can you help me understand why? All right, so you got a heavy phobia of spiders? Let me see if you was bit by a spider in your past life. You might have been bit by spiders in your past life. Now, I'm going to share this with you. I was bit by a spider on my back, a brown recluse spider, when I was, I think, about 10 or 11 years old. That's why I don't like spiders, okay? I had a hole in my back. So, you know, they used to joke about it and start calling me Spider Woman, right? But anyway, let me see. Give me your mother's first name and your first name.
Who that? Ricky or Smiles? Who you got? Who you talking to, Wunam?
The person that's asked about the spiders.
Oh, let me try to catch up. Let me see. Man, ain't no telling where it's at. I guess I'm way behind.
I was trying to do one guy, one girl, one guy.
Okay.
But I had to go get my coffee.
Oh, okay. Yeah, T Renee. Then what I'm gonna do after you after you get excuse me, T Renee, I'm gonna jump back up because there's a few other people that that had put theirs up that I want to make sure. I definitely want to get Lady Night Walker, and there's a few others I think that are in the private community. I want to get them, and then we'll get whoever else is at the top. But T Renee, did you need more info from them?
No, but Reiki says she did have dreams of drowning.
Where? And I saw her before I left to go get me a little something to hold me over.
Keeps an unk around her neck, and she had dreams of drowning. Okay.
I knew she was gonna be somebody that was into Kemet. I just knew it.
Yeah, she's into Kemet, and then I seen her again that past life when she was a little girl, and she drowned.
Wow, she said, "Thank you, that helps."
Yeah. You was about 5 years old in that lifetime.
Okay. Let me get. Where is? Oh, I think I went too far again. Damn it. Okay, so that Reiki's a female, so I'm gonna get a male and then I'll come back to another female. So let me see if I see any dudes in here. Shit. Okay, I'm gonna go to my dude Roderick because I saw him somewhere because I think you had started on him on one of the last ones, and I think we had to wrap it up. And if I'm not mistaken, I was like, I'll get him on the next time. So I want to own that. Okay, yep, here we go. So shout out to Emperor of Truth. I'm sorry, not Roderick. It was Emperor of Truth. He said, "What up, Wunam? I wanted to show a while back. My name is Sean P. Jackson. Born. Well, you said you didn't need that, but his mom's name is Sarah. Sean, and his mom's name is Sarah.
Sean and Sarah. Sean, Sarah. Sean, Sarah. What's
Mhm.
his past life? What's his past life? What's his past life?
What the hell is
Sean,
that?
I'm picking up only 1900s for you.
Mm.
Sean, you used to, when you was a child in the 1900s, you played baseball, a stickball they called it back then.
Mm.
Spirit is showing me you as a little boy, about 11 years old, 10 years old, playing stickball. And is in the maybe 1911, in the 1900s, you were here. Huh. And then I'm getting a vision of you growing up to be about 21 and you got shot.
Mm.
Now, in the 1920s, maybe 1925 or 1926, 1927, in the 1920s, and not give me an exact number, but in the 1920s, you were shot. You were a young man. You wasn't 30 years old yet. That's crazy. They're showing me the old cards and everything. And then, wow, you came back again in 1958. 1958 as one of your maternal grandfathers. Wow. And that life you died from a heart attack. Okay? So you had two past lives here in this century, in the 1900s.
Wow. Mm-mm. Boy, that's amazing. I'm waiting for Lady Walker because I want to get her. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and start with her. Hopefully she can put her. I can't remember what her first name is. I just remember her as Lady Walker because that's her screen name. But she had a question. Here it is. Okay, never mind, I got her. So I'll bring hers up next. So Lady Walker, mom is Carolyn and hers is Doris.
Who's that, Lady Walker?
Mm-hmm. You know Lady
Carolyn,
Walker.
and her mother's name is what?
Doris. No, I'm sorry. Her mother, her mom's name is Carolyn. Her name is Doris. Yeah, she's part of the tribe, and I believe she's part of your community too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
So
I
she
know
definitely
Lady
too.
Walker. Lady Walker is straight comedic. Lady
Man,
Lady
let's
Walker is a high priestess too.
listen. That's why I say,
She had energy from ancient Kemet too. Um, Definitely a high priestess. I do see she had a lifetime there.
mm,
She had another, but she had another lifetime in the islands. They
look,
keep showing me in the West Indies.
it's really surreal how deep this is because and when we come like soul, especially soul and spiritual family, we come in and out of lifetimes together collectively. You know what I mean? So it's like to see because I definitely remember you speaking about mines in ancient Kemet, and so it's like to see how there's like 2 or 3 other high priestesses right now on here that were ancient Kemetic priestesses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Based off of, and then I know what you said about mine, like. That's not a coincidence how we all kind of get back,
We're back
recoagulate back
together.
together. Yep, it's a real thing.
Right. Yeah, but Lady Walker, you definitely had ancient past, but I do see that you were here again in 1891.
Mm.
You were one of your grandmothers. The same from your mother's side. You were one of your great grandmother. I think your great grandmother, and she was no joke. She kind of put you in the mind of Della Reese. Y'all know Della Reese
Lady
from
Walker
Harlem
ain't no joke
Nights?
either. Yes, I
Yeah.
do.
She kind of put you in the mind of her. You came back as her.
Mm.
And it looks like she transitioned, I would say, in 1842.
Mm.
Her spirit wasn't ready to come back. When you came back again, you came back as who you are now. So you waited a long time. You had a gap between you coming back to this planet. Spirit is showing you didn't want to come back. At first. Yeah.
It's funny, man. Because she, it's funny because she asked me, I gotta see if I can find that comment. She asked me because I want George. Okay, yeah. So here it is. I wanted George to go first. So she asked me because in one of our sessions, there was she was sharing a little bit about me, about as far as like a pastor came up to her and told her that her pretty much her path wasn't in the church. And so I remember when we were having a conversation, I got a download as to what the pastor was saying. And it's so funny. I was just saying this to somebody earlier today in a conversation, how it's like I be trying to remember different people's messages, and it's hard, especially I know when you deal with so many different people. But hers, if I'm not mistaken, was it the pastor? Somebody was a Babalawo. And I feel like if I'm not mistaken, what I picked up was that they were telling you that you were there in the church, but the reason it didn't resonate with you because that wasn't your tradition, because you were, I believe she was probably was a priestess in the Ifa tradition as well, or definitely had some sort of ancestral ties or connections to it, because that's why the pastor ended up kind of like telling her exactly what they told her, that this is not for you, because pretty much you have another path that I feel like is a lot more, in alignment with who and what you are and what you came here to do. Somewhere along the lines of that, if I'm not mistaken, Lady Walker, was what I think the download was when that happened that day. But yeah, and I'm not surprised because she got a very, very powerful energy and aura about her. Like I'd be picking up on people that got that power like that. So she definitely one of them that got it for sure. But yeah. So,
but what's crazy is because also what I see with her too is that grandmother that she was also in Africa. And I keep picking up the Igbo tribe. Yeah, I'm picking up the Igbo tribe.
That's powerful, because if I'm not mistaken, I remember you telling me I got some Igbo.
Yeah.
In mine. Igbo, they powerful. Like I don't know who's more powerful out of the Igbo and the Yoruba, but boy, they ain't either one of them nothing to mess with. I'll tell you that.
Well, a lot of people like to think that, but each tribe has its own power within itself. So a lot of times, we got to realize that actually every tribe deals with their own gods. Igbo deals with Odinani, right? And Chukwu is very powerful, but Olodumare is powerful. So, all of them have a direct connection to their higher gods, and they all have a way of bringing their power. So I love all of the tribes. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and it makes it stronger too. I was just sharing that earlier today about how, when we really are tapped in and we're working with our Ori, how that superimposes our power. Because you think about it, even if you break down the word, and I don't know how many people look at this, but you break down the word phonetically with Orisha, you have to have the Ori before you combine the Sha. You know what I mean? So the Ori is the deity that we were born with in our head, our mind's eye, first eye, third eye, whatever you want to call it, that was with us in heaven when we took this road, that's with us here, it's going to be with us when we go back to the ancestral realm. That's our own personal deity that never forsakes us, never leaves us. It's the only Ori that, Sha, or the only deity that's with us from the beginning, from the womb to the tomb and back to the, to the ancestral realm before we come back to the womb. So when we strengthen and work on the bond and the relationship and the connection to our internal deity and our Ori, that makes it that much more powerful for us when we connect with the, working with the Orishas. Or if we're talking about Kemet, the Natchers, or, you know what I mean? Whatever, in Voodoo, the low eyes, whatever tradition you practice, if you start with self and work on, strengthening that connection with self and your higher self, it makes it a lot easier, a lot more impactful and powerful to work with the deities connected to that higher self. Okay, let me see. Can I find a few more? Damn, that time went by fast. That's crazy.
I know.
Sheesh. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to Jessica. Jessica's mom's name is Coy.
Coy?
Mm-hmm.
Jessica, her mom is Coy. How many lifetimes did she have, Jessica? Jessica, let me ask you a question. Why am I picking up Italy, Italian? Because it shows that there was a lifetime when you was an Italian woman. You was an Italian woman, and you was very, very spiritual. I think in Italy they call them gypsies, right? If I'm not mistaken, like you was a gypsy. If I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure where them gypsies are from.
I know somewhere over there, but I know that you were into spiritual work then as an Italian woman. You was an
Wow.
old Italian woman.
Mm.
Not real old, not an old lady, but they're usually in like your 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I see that basically, that was in the early or the mid, no, maybe the 1820s. All right. So I see an Italian woman. I do see that you came back. Wow. There must be strong that bloodline in there because you came back as a little boy, but you came back as an Sicilian boy.
Hmm.
You were darker skinned as a little boy. Then you came back again, Jessica. So you came back, that was in the 1820s. You came back again, I'm going to say the 1870s. And then in the 1930s, you came back as a black woman.
Hmm.
Wow. You had the energy sort of like a Diane Carroll energy. Okay. But when you came back as a little boy, trying to see. They're not even showing what happened to you. Something happened to you, but I can't see what's happening to you. But when you came back as a black woman in the 1930s, you got caught up on drugs. Spirit is showing me drugs.
Mm.
Thank you. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know what kind of drugs, but you back in that time in the 1930s, during the times of like the Harlem, you know how you see Harlem Nights back in the days where they was, getting caught up in that lifestyle. You got caught up in drugs. You died of drugs.
Hmm.
But you was a black woman in the 1930s. You came back. And then this lifetime you're back again.
Now check this out, and this is so gangster right here. For those who might think that this is not possible for somebody to be this powerful with their gift and their skill, every single person has come back and confirmed what you've been saying. And Jessica ain't no different. She said, "LOL, my mom lived in Italy as a young girl." Ain't that something?
Wow. See?
Man,
See?
listen.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Look, everybody like, yeah, and that's how it was the first time when she did it, man. I'm telling you, it's a different level of Ashe. Let's just put it
Okay.
that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. And fellas, I didn't forget about y'all. I gotta run it back for a fella now because I was supposed to be
It's a
going back and forth. So shout out to Don Coolio again. Don Coolio again. Mother's name is Colette, but she goes by Edana, and his name is Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, is a guy or a girl?
I'm assuming he's a dude. Yeah, dude. His mom's name is Colette, but she goes by Edana, but his name is Vaughn.
Oh, but his name is Vaughn. Vaughn. Vaughn.
Mhm.
Vaughn. Vaughn.
Mhm.
Vaughn, it's really saying you was in a war and civil war here. You was in a civil war in this land right here in the 19. When was the Civil War? Obviously, by me, like 1800s, 1900. When was the Civil War?
I want to say like late 1800s, if I'm not mistaken,
1800.
maybe
You
early
was in
1900s,
war.
something
1876, like
like that. Yeah.
1876, something like that. You died in the civil. You was in war. You was in the war. You was a white man though,
Mm.
Vaughn. Y'all don't want to be hearing this, but I gotta tell y'all what I see. Because
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
remember, it don't matter. You
sure
know what
don't.
I mean?
It's a
Don't
skin
matter.
suit, right?
Right.
You said I was Asian in one lifetime. I ain't surprised. Look, I told you there's a
Right.
connection to that, so I know it got I got some truth to it.
Right. Right. So you was and you died in war. You came back again. That was 1800, 70 something. You came back. Spirit is saying you came back in 1918. 1918, you came back. And when you came back, you was born to a black woman, but you had a white father.
Mm. Mm. Wow.
That's crazy. So you came back, you was mixed, okay? And then you married a black woman. I'm gonna say Spirit is showing me 1950.
Mm.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, so when you came back again, I see health problems. Spirit is showing you had heart problems, so you died of health problems.
Mm.
So in all your lifetimes, you came back as men. Okay? You came back as men. All right.
Wow.
Next.
Which one was we? Who you remember who you were?
Vaughn, that was Vaughn.
Vaughn. Okay, Don Coolio. Okay, got you. Yeah, I'm gonna get. Let me find out. I saw one. This one. Okay, this one is Tadasha or Tadasha. Tadasha. Hopefully, I'm saying that right, family. Don't come for me if I misspell this. Have me some grace. Give me some grace. But Tadasha says in her her mother's name. I'm sorry, her mother's name is Tadasha or Tadashia. Tadashia, I think is, and her name is Rinda. So mom's name is Tadashia.
Her name is Renda.
No, I'm sorry,
Tadashia Renda.
she's
Tadashia.
Tadashia. Her mom's name is Rinda. My bad.
Oh, Tadashia, I'm picking you up as a little girl in the 1930s. In the 1930s, you were a little girl. It looks like you were a little white girl. I keep seeing these little blonde ponytails. Right?
I went to school with a girl named Tadashia. Is that if you went to Robinson? Let me know if that's the one I went to school with. That'd be crazy if that's who that is. But
She
go
said
ahead. I'm sorry, William.
her mother was Tadashia, right? She was
Oh wait.
Renda.
Oh, is it? I
Oh,
gotta
her
make
mom
sure.
was Renda. Her name was Tadashia. My mom was Renda. Okay. All right. So
Yeah.
but I see that. I don't know if you were very young. You was about 3 years old. And I see that, I don't know if you had yellow fever, some type of thing that you died of at 3 years old.
Mm.
It might have been pneumonia. It might have been, it was something that you died of at 3 years old. And that was in the 1930s.
Mm.
Before that, Tadashia, though, I keep picking up you in a tribe in Africa,
Mm.
in South Africa. I see you as a little girl in a tribe in Africa. And you were older than 3. You more were like maybe about 9 or 10. And I see you running around the village. So you had a lifetime in Africa. You was a little 10, 11-year-old girl.
Mm. 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 Wow. All right. Let me go. I gotta get another private community tribe member I seen. I gotta find him because I saw him. I don't know if I started him or not. Let me double check. My brother Roderick. Where you at, Roderick? I'm looking for your comment, man. I didn't. Okay, here we go. I gotta get my brother Roderick up in this thing. So brother Roderick Williams, his name is Roderick, and his mom's name is Juanita. Juanita.
Roderick and Juanita. Roderick, Juanita. Oof. Roderick, definitely a warrior spirit. First thing they showed me was a spear in your hand.
Mm.
A spear in your hand. And
About
they
that
showed
action.
me you, it was in one of your lifetime was in Ghana. You was in Ghana. That you was in Ghana, and it was back in the 1800s. You was in Ghana, and you was a very, very powerful warrior as well. And
Mm.
you also was a king. You was also a king in your
Mm.
village. You was the king of your tribe.
Mm.
That was one of your lifetimes in the 1800s, early 1800s.
Mm.
You didn't
Mm.
die of any war, anything like that. You died of old age. I see that you died of old age. You lived to be a very long, a very older king. Okay, and what spirit is showing me is that you probably could have been about 86 years old when you died in Africa in that tribe. And they keep
Mm.
showing me, oh well, they keep showing me what is it? What is the tribe? I can't think of the tribe. Not a Khan. It's another tribe in Ghana that you come from. All right. That was one of your lifetimes. You came back again and you came back to Africa. But
Mm.
this time you're not in Ghana. They keep showing me Senegal.
Mm.
So you returned as another man. Huh. And that was the early 1900s. Three lifetimes you got. And I see you coming to America as another man. And you were one of your grandparents, and it preferably from your father's side that I'm picking up. So you have a very strong lineage. You return back as one of your grandfathers as well. That came from Africa to America. And at that time, they were coming from Senegal to America. So you have a very strong lineage in Africa.
I say. Ooh.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay. Let me get what the hell is wrong with this damn? Okay. I'm trying to somebody, I can't remember who it was, family, but I definitely saw the comment, whoever it was, that said, how do we get connected or in touch with Wunam? So I just shared the link to the website in the chat, so you can copy and paste that, or just get that thing, and that's how you can connect with Wunam. How many more you got in you, Wunam? I don't want to keep going.
All right, let's do two more.
Two more? Okay, so this one I wanted to do earlier, but we didn't have all the info. So shout out to Miss Andrea, dope name, by the way. And her mother's name is Averill Pessoa. Averill Pessoa.
Pessoa. What is that? That's a Hispanic last name?
It sounds like it.
Andrea. What I keep picking up with Andrea comes from a very ancient, and not because her last name is Hispanic, but I keep picking up Peru with her. Like one of her lifetimes was Peru. She was an older woman in Peru, and she was very highly spiritual too. She was highly spiritual in Peru. That was one of her lifetimes. And I'm going to say that was pretty much in Spirit is showing me, wow. I keep seeing 1700s. 1700s. She was very highly spiritual. That was one lifetime. She was an old woman, and I'm talking about 70 to 80 years old. She came back. She didn't come back for a while. So that was 1700. She came back in the 1860s that I'm seeing. And she came back as another woman. This time she was younger. Maybe teenager, 15, 16 years old. And what's crazy with her, she was taken by the sea. The sea took her.
Wow.
So she probably got some, goddesses and guys that come from the sea that walk with her. Because I'm seeing that she was taken by the sea. It's like I see that she went out and the water just took her.
Wow. And more wow. Shout out to the 813 in the building. I got to bring this one up, because look, they represent, the home team, man. So shout out to Montrelli Gaming XP 81. Oh, Silver Springs, Texas. Damn it. That's okay. You still going. We got a Silver Springs here too, but I'm still gonna go ahead and bring his up. So Isaac and mother's name is Jennifer.
See, she said she's scared of water. See, that's because they took you out in your past life.
Yeah, listen, Linda, listen, Linda. Listen. Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, Andrea. It's like I was telling Don Clue, it's challenging to keep up with all of them because a lot of them in there. But keep them comments coming, though. I appreciate it. But it's hard to keep up with all of them. But so yeah, do you have anything for this one?
Isaac, son of Jennifer.
Yeah.
Isaac, son of Jennifer. Isaac, the son of Jennifer. Isaac, you was bad. Isaac, you was a bad little boy. I see your lifetime. You was bad in the early 1900s. I'm picking up a lifestyle with you. You was just so bad. And I don't mean like bad like that, like you didn't kill nobody, but you just bad. Just like to play and do stuff and don't listen. And I just see that. I get that with you. That was one of your lifetimes. But I do see that you grew up to be a very prominent businessman. Whatever you were doing in that lifetime, you did something with your hands. So I don't know if you was an architect or if you actually build things. But I do see that you was like some type of important businessman in that lifetime in the early 1900s. Okay. And I do see you. You look like you was you could have looked Italian or you could have looked Hispanic, you had a very exotic male look to you in that lifetime. You had the black hair, almost Italian, but spirit is saying more Hispanic, right? You had that Hispanic look to you. So you was a Hispanic man in 1900s. You had a lot of business and you was a businessman, okay? But Spirit showed me you died of health problems, okay? Spirit showed me you had some, I don't know, it showed me cancer. You had cancer in that lifetime, so you died of cancer. You was about in your maybe 50s to 60s when you died. That was one lifetime. You came back again, okay, in the middle 1900s. Maybe I'm going to say probably 1940 in that time. You came back again as another man, and I see an older man. Again, I keep seeing a Hispanic thing. I don't know why, but I see an older man with gray hair that goes back. He was gray, and he was just like a husband. He worked a regular job, like a blue collar worker. I don't know if it was a grandfather of yours or somebody like that, but you came back again as him. He died of health problems. This lifetime, take care of your health. Take care of your health, okay?
Wow. Shout out to Andrea. She said, I'm Jamaican, but my mother was born in Cuba, so that's where that was so in there. Yeah, I knew it was one of the Spanish or Cuban.
But you have you was an older Hispanic lady in Peru. So there must be a connection. Find out if there's a connection, okay?
Wow. Okay. Let me see. Damn it. There was one that I wanted to bring up. Actually, can we do two more, Wunam? One more female, one more male. Is that possible? Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Uh-oh. Damn it. Hope she ain't freeze. Can you hear me, Wunam? Yeah, froze a little bit. I think she'll come out, hopefully. While we work on this technical difficulty, let me give Emperor True Man 777. Definitely appreciate the super chat, family. Lady Night Walker, definitely appreciate the super chat as well. Matter of fact, I got a show I'm gonna do for y'all on numbers and numerology because I've been getting hit with that 222, that 333. No, I'm sorry, 222 and 555, but then 333 hit me today. So it's like I gotta do a show for numerology. Oh damn. I think she oh no. Well, family, hopefully we can get her back in. I'm not sure if the phone died or like what, because it's definitely when you have these types of calls and these types of transmissions where you got people like really tapped into spirit like heavy, and spirits coming through. Excuse me, a lot of times, it'd be pass interference on the play. For those who watch football, it's a flag on the play, man. So we're gonna keep on keeping on and we're gonna make it do what it do and be what it be. And I think she is about to come back into the studio with me. So let's see if we can make this thing happen. But Lady Night Walk, appreciate the super chat. Much love. And yeah, Wunam's back. So what I was saying is that we're gonna I'm gonna do a call. I'm gonna do a show on numerology and those numbers. And when we see those angel numbers, what they call them, God numbers, whatever we want to call it. But anyway, back to where you were at, Wunam. I was just chopping it up while we waited for the technology to do what the technology do. Who were you on? You were on were you on anybody? Or was I asking for? Because I think matter of fact, I asked, could you do two more? And then I think that's when it kind of
cut off. Okay.
Yeah. Will you be able to do two more?
Yeah, we could do tomorrow because we might as well just go to 1 o'clock because it's 12:45. But listen, before we do that, we need to go over what they need to do for Osha Magic too after that.
Okay.
Yeah, because that way people know.
You want to go into that now? And then that way
we could do the two more and then we'll do
Okay. All right. Let me get because she I believe it's a female, but there's one that is I see this name all the time, so I want to make sure I get the love to those who give the love to the channel. Damn it, where is it at? Chloe Dior. I know she had her name and stuff in there. I can't find her comment. There she go. Let me find the comment. Yeah, Chloe B. Okay, here we go. Yeah, Chloe's a tribe member. She's been rocking heavy with the tribe. So shout out to you, Chloe Dior. Matter of fact, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I owe you a book or something, if I'm not mistaken. Or something like that. Because I remember if you had a family member or a sister or somebody that transitioned that we spoke about on one of the calls, Chloe, let me know, man, because I think I had said I was going to send you something. Just Spirit kind of gave me a download to bless you or something. But anyway, Chloe says Kimberly is her name and her mom's name is Yvonne.
Yvonne, Kimberly, Chloe, and her mom's name. Oh. Why am I picking up an old Irish woman? An older Irish woman, Chloe. I keep picking up you an old Irish woman in one of your past lives. You lived in Ireland. You had a husband and you had 2 children. And you had a boy and a girl. I do see an old Irish woman. That was one of your past lives. And Spirit has shown me that was probably late 1800s, like 1897. You was an old Irish woman. You had 2 children. And then you had another past life when you came. You was in Ireland, but you came to America, and that was in 1937. You was still from Ireland descent, but you were American. You was living and you was working as an artist. I keep seeing painting. I keep seeing it. You was this artist, this woman that was an artist. You was tall and you was slanky and you were drawing and you was all over. I see you lived in New York in the 1830s, like 1837. You were doing art. I see you walking and doing all kind of art. You was a white woman and you were very tall and slanky. That was 2 past lives. This lifetime, you just came back this lifetime. When you were born this time, you just decided to come back. Interesting. You was highly celestial. Almost like you come from another planet. When I see you as tall and slanky, I see this long neck you had. I'm not sure if you was part of the energy of a being from the cosmos, but you was very eccentric. There's something about you. Yeah. So you had 2 past lives here.
Oh, damn it. The heck is going on? This all right, family, we're gonna keep fighting through this thing. Okay, can you hear me, Wunam? Because it froze up again. Okay.
I can hear you.
All right, yeah, it froze up. I think the last thing I remember hearing was you were saying about the being like white Ireland or something like that.
What's the last thing you heard?
It cut out. It froze up for a minute. I don't know what the heck is going. Well, I do kind of got an idea. I got an idea what's going on.
She went to New York. She was a tall, slanky white woman. She almost looked.
She said Irish descent. Yep, Irish descent, long neck. Yep. What is shit crazy?
Yeah, she had it up right. Yeah, that's what I see. Yeah.
Yeah. You ain't finding nothing like this on the internet nowhere else, family. Not that I know of anyway, where you can come and get a whole past life regression doggone consultation on a live stream. I don't know where else you can find that, but hey, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Okay. So now the second one.
Let me see. It was a dude. I wanted to mix it up because I know I missed out on the fellas a couple times. Fellas, can we get 2 dudes? I know I did miss on. That's it. I promise I won't add no more. But I know I did miss out on hitting the guys a few times and got the women. So Rashawn, yeah, he was here earlier too. So Rashawn, his mom is Jeanette.
Rashawn, did we do I thought we did Rashawn, Joey. We didn't do.
We didn't have his mother's name, I believe. He was probably he might have been the very first one. Yeah.
No, I thought we did Rashawn. I thought I said he was a warrior.
No, that was Roderick.
Oh, that was Roderick?
Yeah, I know that was Roderick. Yeah, because Roderick, he's a private community member. I know him. Well, I know, yeah, but yeah, Rashawn was, I think, the very first one.
What's his mother's name again?
Jeanette.
Jeanette.
Mm-hmm.
Rashawn, you might not like this, but I see that you was a little German boy one time.
But shout out to everybody for the super chats. C Brackens, much love and appreciation, family. Montreal Gaming XP, appreciate you. Okay, we see you again now. I don't know. I got an idea, but anyway, we're gonna keep plugging. So you were saying, what were you saying about Rashawn?
Rashawn, he was a little German boy at one time.
Wow, again.
German. He was a little. I see him dressed in German clothes and everything.
Okay, we didn't hear you. It froze up, Wunam.
He's a little German boy.
Okay, it froze up. So yeah, okay, we hear you now.
Okay, and he actually grew up to be in the German army. He was in the German army. And then he came back in a lifetime and he was a English man. That's crazy. English man. LaShawn, you're probably bugging off of this, but you was.
Wow.
Okay. And then you came back in the third lifetime after World War II and you became a black man. Yeah. Crazy. But you was in war twice.
Wow.
You was in the German war and then you came back in England. You moved to England and then you came back as a black man in World War II. So definitely a warrior spirit, warrior energy.
Ashe. Oh.
Yeah, I say.
All right. Can we get one more? It's the very last one. Okay, because the only reason, and that's because, fellas, I want to make it as even. Don't get it twisted. It is a big mama's house, and I do, make sure I do my best to uphold and honor and love and respect the mothers. But I want to make sure the fellas know we holding y'all down too. So appreciate you, Emperor of Truth, man. Definitely nothing but love. Love your back family all day, every day, 24/7, 365, 366 on leap years. But shout out to Zylanel, 718. Peace. I'm Xylon. Oh, Xylon. My mother, that's a dope name, bro. My mother passed 97. Her name was Vanessa. You about to know. Rise in power to the ancestor, Miss Vanessa. Oh, you muted. Wunam.
I'm here. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I was getting some water. What?
That's all good. All right. So Xylonel. Oh, damn it. First sync. My bad.
I'm sorry. He said he's at war in Philadelphia right now. I know that's right.
Listen.
Well, yeah, you better take out the more warrior, lineage DNA and start fighting.
Facts. Yeah. That's Xylonel?
Huh?
That was for Xylonel? Oh, I'm sorry, Xylon?
That was LaShawn.
Oh, okay, my bad. I think there's a delay on my end, maybe, because they're saying they hear you. So it might be my internet acting up.
Oh, yeah, they see.
Okay, yeah, that is Rashawn. Okay. So were you able to do Xylon? Did you already do Xylon?
No, where's Xylon? What's the
Oh, it
first?
should be on the screen.
What's the first mother's name?
Oh, his mother's name is Vanessa. She's an ancestor now.
Xylon, your mother's an ancestor now. Your mother walks with you heavy. Why your mother work? I have to do this real quick before I tell you your past life. Why is your mother worried about you? What's going on with you? Tell me what's going on with you. Xylon, you're very intelligent. I see that in one of your lifetimes, and I see your lifetime was in 1800s, preferably the 1880s, that you are a very intelligent man. You dealt with science. You were very, very smart, very intelligent. And you was into science. You was like a science teacher. I see that you was a science teacher like in 1880s. Right, you was very intelligent. As a matter of fact, you were very connected with the cosmos. Sort of like what's that guy's name that we know? What's the brother's name that deals with the science all the time? Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Forbidden knowledge?
No, not forbidden knowledge. No, not him. Not him. No, not him. What's his name? Y'all know his name. He has a TV show online. He's very smart.
Oh, Dr. Neil deGrasse?
Yes, that's
deGrasse?
right.
Okay, gotcha.
DeGrasse, yes, that's how he was.
Wow.
That was your past life in the 1870s. You were you were super smart. It's almost like you knew the cosmos in and out. You're a very, very smart man. And I see that at that time you're a darker man, tall, short, that little afro, very intelligent, and you wore glasses. And you always tapped it. You know what you remind me of? Y'all remember Lovecraft? Remember the guy that was Tahuti? He came back at Tahuti and he had round glasses.
Wow.
That's how you was in the 1870s, okay? Wow. You were very intelligent, okay? And then after that you died in 1900s, the early 1900s, spirits say 1914. You died and you came back again. Wow. You came back again as another black man. And in that lifetime, and it looks like you were reborn like 1930. Thank you. Like 1930. 1935. almost in between 1935 and 1945. Came back.
Hmm.
And in that lifetime, you became a family man. You worked a blue collar job. I keep seeing you work at a Ford or like a car place, or you know what I mean, like a place where they build cars, like like in Detroit when they had where they did in factories like that. You worked there, so you was
Hmm.
a family man in the 1935 between 1940 45. You was a family man at that time. You used to smoke a pipe all the time. You smoked a pipe all the time,
Hmm.
and when you smoked the pipe, you want to put this, let me see. When you smoked the pipe, you actually died of. Oops, hold on, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
You actually died of like lung cancer back then.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's right. Put it down a little bit. Yeah, yeah, you died of lung cancer back then,
Hmm.
and you was fairly young. You was like in your 30s. I see like maybe 35, like about 35. That's what I see.
Hmm. Hmm. I got I promise this is the last time. Please, can this is the last one because this is another one that I see a lot all the time that wanted to get theirs.
Yeah. Go ahead.
First sync. I gotta find her. If she's still on. First thing, I hope you're still on because I know you were asking a while back too. It's just like I said, it's hard to keep up, family. But here it is. So First sync says Karen, Michelle Kuntz, I believe is her name, and I believe her mom's name is Rosa.
Karen and her mom's name is
Rosa.
Rosa.
That's what it looked like. It's in
Oh,
parentheses.
okay.
Yeah, she here. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Karen, your mom's name is Rosa, and Karen, you're a very beautiful high priestess in ancient Egypt too.
Hmm. Well, this comedic thing ain't no joke,
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. You are very beautiful high priestess in ancient Egypt. I see that you were tall. Almost you kind of look like y'all know Iman the model.
Mm-hmm.
Very long neck, very beautiful dark skin,
Mm-hmm.
very tall, and you
Mm-hmm.
walk with a strut. You walk with a strut with you. You're very, very As a matter of fact, you almost look like Akhenaten's wife.
Mm.
That's deep. You almost look like Akhenaten's wife. And you are very high priestess, very powerful and magical. Okay?
Mm.
That was one of your lifetimes. Another lifetime you came back, you were here. Ooh, you was here in the 1600s. It's interesting. You were here in the 1600s, like you came through Greece. Now remember the Greeks were connected with ancient Kemet, but you came back, but
Mhm.
you came back with an energy. Now you were high priestess then, but you came back through Greece with an energy like Queen Nzinga. You know who
Wow.
Queen Nzinga is? If
Woo.
you don't,
Yes,
you don't know,
very powerful. No,
right?
listen, she's one of the ones that I want to do. I'm gonna start doing shows dedicated to like heroes, sheroes. Actually, I was supposed to do this when I very first started the channel, but
Uh-huh.
Queen Nzinga is one of them that I'm gonna do a show on. But yeah, I shouldn't have said that because But anyway,
No,
yeah.
it's okay because Queen Nzinga, y'all who don't know her, and I always love Queen Nzinga. She was like off with your head, and I'm the same way. I'm gonna say off with your goddamn head because at the end of the day,
This
she
is
did not play.
crazy.
Queen Nzinga was so powerful that she made the Portuguese bow down to her. Okay, so when I tell you you had that energy, that's the type of energy. So when you came back your second lifetime, you came back with that same warrior energy like Queen Nzinga. You did not play. Okay, that was
Mm.
your second lifetime. You had a third lifetime that you came back, and it was in 19. I'm gonna say, Spirit is saying 1917. 1917, you came back, but you came back as a grandmother, one of your grandmothers. Spirit is saying
Mm.
the third grandmother, okay? That's who you came back as, 1970. You died in 1940s and you didn't come back until now. So you had 3 lifetimes as a woman here on this planet. 2 of them, you were very powerful. You were high priestess in the first one, and you was a warrior goddess on the second one.
Mm. Yeah, boy. Well,
Right.
family. Yeah, look,
Yeah.
look, yeah,
Lady Walker says, I feel 7 feet
look.
sometimes, but I'm only 5'3".
I had to post it because look, I'm telling you, boy, I be feeling that energy, man. Look, and Wunam, you know, I say it, boy. That's why I don't mess with y'all, man. I ain't got time to be rocking. You know, I ain't beefing or being in opposition with no females, but primarily black females. Look, you remember we had a laugh, a giggle about that on another show that you said.
Yeah. Well,
But hey,
you can't. You know, every boy child comes from what? A woman, right?
hey,
So, I mean, I would be, if I was a man, I would be kind of crazy to kind of mess with any, especially black female. You
well,
know what I mean?
but some people are stupid. I'm just gonna say it, and they will, and they do. And look, you know, whatever. But I'm just not one. You know what I'm saying? Like look, I'm doing everything I can to keep the peace, man. I need to be on. You need to be on my team. We need to be on the same team.
On the
And no
same
need for
team,
no
right?
beef or opposition. So appreciate
Well,
you, family. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. I'm not gonna ask Wunam no more because I done already asked about 5 times more than I probably supposed to get. And look, I don't want to get my a spiritual butt whooping tonight. So yeah, I'm
but no, but wait, we got to go
oh yeah, we
over
gotta do
this.
the Odu. That's
You
right.
got to go over the old dude. For
That's
those
right.
who are dealing with the IFA, I just want to go over this real quick. Oshameji was the, Odu, okay?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, if y'all want to write this down, you can. Because I love my mothers, y'all. I respect them highly, and I am the daughter of them.
I say.
So I got to make sure I rep for my Iami Osiranga.
Mm-hmm.
So this year, this new year, and for those who don't know, in Africa, the Odu comes out in June. So that new year with the energy of the Odu starts in June. Okay, from June to June. Now I want to share this with y'all. Y'all take this seriously because these Odus are the ones who told us about COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the
Sure
ones who
did.
told us about the war. Okay,
Sure did.
so you must respect the Odu. So number one, embrace necessary change. With this energy coming in with also message, stop holding on to situations that have, let me see, clearly ended. Be open to new opportunities, careers, relationships, and spiritual growth. Number two, honor your ancestors. Create and maintain an ancestral altar, okay? Spend time remembering and thanking those who came before you. Number three, respect women and feminine energy, y'all. Honor mothers, grandmothers, daughters, wives, and female elders. Support nurturing and creative forces in your community.
This is crazy. I hear you now, Wunam. I think it blacked out. I mean, it cut out on us again. I heard you say definitely respect the feminine, the woman, and then it cut out.
Respect the woman and the feminine energy. The honor the mothers, the grandmothers, the daughters, the wives, the female elders. Support nurturing and creative forces in your community.
I sure.
Control anger. Think before reacting. Avoid arguments that can create long-term problems. My people, my brothers, my sisters, I'm going to say it over and over again because sometimes we just can't control our anger. And we must, under the energy of Osha Meji, of the Iamio Saranga, of the feminine energy on this planet, we must learn to control our anger because otherwise you're going to have long-term problems. Don't say you wasn't warned. Control your anger. Don't be so quick to slap a Karen. Don't be so quick to slap a man or a woman. Be so quick to put your hands, especially my brothers that deal with domestic violence. Do not be quick to put your hands on a woman. Energy is very powerful this year. You will be shook down and destroyed. Okay? So be very careful with that. But it's important to control your anger. Okay? Practice humility. Learn more than you speak. Excuse me. Listen more than you speak. Avoid arrogance and the need to always be right. Sometimes it's just best to be silent. Okay? Strengthen your spiritual protection. Pray daily and maintain spiritual disciplines and cleansing practices according to your tradition. Make sure your house is clean. Make sure your body's clean. Make sure your mind is clean. Spiritually wash outly and internally. Cleanse your body, inside and outside, okay? Make sure your house is right too. Pay attention to actions rather than words. Avoid gossip and unnecessary
I
drama.
sure.
Avoid
I
acts,
sure. I sure. I sure.
don't get caught up in all that energy. Be discerning about relationships. Again, pay attention. Okay, I already said that. Develop resilience. Use challenges as lessons rather than reasons to quit. Remember that storms eventually pass, okay? Give back. We said that earlier. Help elders, children, and those in need. Acts of kindness strengthen blessings. Say it again. Give back. Help elders, children, and those in need. Acts of kindness strengthen blessings. Now, an affirmation you all can take down. I move with the winds of change. Because remember, Oshameji is change.
Mm-hmm.
You don't move against them. You move with them, not against them. I honor my ancestors, respect my divine wisdom, and welcome transformation with courage, humility, and good character. Okay? That's the affirmation. I'll say it again. Who want to write it down? I move with the winds of change, not against them. I honor my ancestors, respect divine wisdom, and welcome transformation with courage, humility, and good character. Now, here's real quick. Oshameji challenge. Last but not least, choose one area of your life that needs transformation. Every day, take one small action towards that change. Great transformation begins with small, consistent steps. And I'll leave y'all with that.
Ashe, 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 ashe. Oh.
Ashe. Oh.
Yeah, that's powerful. And I'm gonna have to double back and do another show too, like to go, I'm gonna take some of this right here. And it's crazy because I meant to the day when you sent me what you sent me, I meant to ask you if you had the audio file because I was gonna see if I could have shared it on the show that night. The night when we locked this one in, because I had the start of the week Tuesday with the show towards the mothers and all that. But
Are you talking about the podcast?
Yeah, but it's all good because I'm gonna clip this one up and definitely share that. So what I'll do is I'll kind of make like a compilation between like the 3 shows. The first one I did Tuesday, this one, and then I'll do like another show where I'm put the main highlights of the Odus, and the message from the Odu into the show for the tribe, because it's very powerful. We're gonna get into that Sunday too, because like I said, what I'm getting the most about like sharing in this week's private community call is just setting up ancestral shrines, but more so like owning your personal power, like really owning your personal power, and then your gifts, because there's a lot of people out here who have gifts, and we've seen it tonight. You know what I'm saying? All those high priestesses from Kemet, and the warriors from Ghana, and you know what I mean, from the Watusis. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's why everybody's here. Like this is the return of the best of the best is here right now on this planet. Like straight up, because the planet's going through a monumental shift that the best of the best had to come here to execute. So yeah, man, we're gonna definitely get into it. So I appreciate you as always.
Did you put up the website in there? Somebody asking for they want some. Yeah,
I did. Let me put it back up. Let me put it back in there again though.
Lady Walker said yes, 13 eggs and palm oil, and put a cup of palm oil in front of your door for protection and blessings to come to your house. You did ours? We got to do ours.
Can you do? Does it have to be a porcelain, like a real?
Gotta be a white bowl and a small cup, all white or small cup, a small white cup.
Do it have to be real, or can it be plastic or styrofoam or anything as far as the bowl or the cup?
No, it could be either or. It don't matter as long as it's white.
Okay. Okay. And here's the website, family, for those who didn't see it earlier. I got it. Okay. At T Renee, here's the website for you.
Oh, I got to tell you too, real quick, before we go. I'm coming out with the Cosmic Oracle #2.
Yeah, you were supposed to. Do you got the cover? I meant to ask you to send it to me so I could share it. But if you send it to me, I could edit it into the upload to the.
Okay, I'll send it to you. Yeah. Cosmic Oracle 2, Dreams, Dimensions, and Divine Warnings.
Yeah, man. And and speaking of which, I took last week off because I had a lot of work to do too. So, family, I've been working on it. I really wanted to launch it on Monday. Things didn't go as according to plan, but it's going to be coming this week. But we got what I'm gonna call the #1 newsletter in the spirituality community coming out, man. Ashe Now newsletter is going to be dropping next week, where we're going to be taking everything we do on the show, but putting it into written format as well, and hitting your email inbox, so that way we can also keep y'all posted on the shows, because I know sometimes notifications aren't getting to people. You know what I mean? So it's a lot going on. And then I'm working on bringing out the my program as well. That'll be coming in the very near future. So I got some stuff lined up for y'all, tribe. I can't wait to share. And we're gonna be sharing the damn it. Actually, let's do all the books, Wunam. So the first one, the children's book, and then what's the new one? I'm having a brain fart. You just said it. You just said it. Look.
It's called Cosmic. Okay, so we got
Cosmic
Cosmic
Oracle
Oracle.
Part 2. I'm sorry.
Right, Part 2. Let me see. Hold on. Part 2 is called Dimensions, Dreams, Dimensions, and Divine Warnings.
I sure.
Yes, Divine Warnings. So yeah, that's coming out. I'll let everybody know, but here's the Cosmic Oracle. This one, can y'all see it?
Hold on, let me move myself out of the way. Actually, you know, I can grab mine real quick. We see it though.
Okay. So this is the one, Cosmic Oracle 1. We're coming out with 2. Dreams, Dimensions, and Divine Warnings. This is the children's book. Y'all can see I got to change my background. So that's why it's not showing. But anyway, that's the children's books. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll let y'all know when that's coming out. And we still got our Cabo Verde. That's ridiculous. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at the news. Cabo Verde, the Mer Women of Cabo Verde, that'll be out soon too.
I'm mad because I literally just unpacked all my books, but I can't find you, and I don't want to keep staying out there too long. I literally just unpacked all them books. I got a new guest coming on soon. She actually wrote a book, pretty dope book, man. She featured the Ase channel up in that thing, man. So I'm looking forward to having her on the show as well. But I got yours too. Now I was trying to find it real quick so I could show it. Show my copy, autograph copy too, on the screen, but I couldn't find it. I didn't want to keep you waiting too long. But
I put it out. There it goes right there.
Okay, perfect. Yes, sir. Okay.
Okay, that's number 2.
Sure. Okay.
We're going to tap into the dimensions this time.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, that's a lot, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. Like, I'm looking forward to getting that one. I'm looking forward to everything that's coming down the pipeline because we got a lot, going on. So I'm definitely looking forward to making it all manifest and bringing it to the people. For sure.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, the last one, I did a lot of predictions in there. So one of my customers called me and said, "You did this book back in 2003, and everything you predicted in this book is happening now." So, I move when the ancestors say move. Ancestors said, actually, it was Jessica. I think she came from your show. That bought the book. She said she loved the book and said, "You need to come out with a Cosmic Oracle too." So she inspired me to do the Zoom. Yeah.
If it's who I'm thinking it is, she's an artist, if I'm not mistaken. If it's the same Jessica I'm thinking, because I know there's a Jessica that that's a loyal tribe member that's on the channel. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we're on TikTok. And so I'll be seeing her. She's an artist. Like she be doing she's dope too. Her paintings and stuff like that. If it's the same one, same Jessica.
I don't know if it's the same one because this one is a nurse. She's a nurse. She might do art. I don't follow her on TikTok. Well, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
she
know.
Bought the book and she read it. She texted me. She said, "You need to do Cosmic Oracle too. I can't wait." So that's when I said, "Ancestors, should I do it?" They say, "Yeah, do it."
There you have it.
Yeah.
There you have it, man. That's what's up. Yeah, man. We got big things popping, family. Big things popping. Big things popping. Little things stopping. And then, yeah. So we're gonna get about this thing, family, because we definitely got a good extra hour and a half or 2 more than what I think we initially were gonna do. So I give thanks to you. Thanks to the tribe, man. Definitely appreciate all the love and support. Appreciate everybody for coming through and doing what y'all do or what we do all day, every day. And you want to leave any last words with the tribe before we get up out of here?
Y'all just make sure y'all embrace the energy of change and transformation and look forward to wealth this year. Good things are coming.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I say. Oh, I'll take that, and we're gonna drop the mic on that one. So once again, family, please hit the like, share, subscribe, and yes, the books are on Amazon for sync.
Yes.
Don't forget to please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Private community will be seeing y'all Sunday at 6 p.m. I'll be sharing the links to that, and then for those new to the channel or those who've been around, hey, like and share, man. Share it to your family, your friends, whoever you feel like resonates with this type of energy, information, and Ashe, man, share it with them so we can get this message out there to as many people as possible. And I might be back tomorrow, film. I'm not sure, but we'll definitely be back on Monday. And I look forward to getting those angel numbers show and then the extraterrestrial show for y'all together soon. So we'll be back, family, and we'll see y'all on the next episode. Wunam, appreciate you as always. Appreciate you, Baba Dinkra over there. I know you somewhere over there, man. Appreciate everything that y'all do.
Oh, he's way in the living room somewhere now.
Okay. Okay. Well, I say, hey, I appreciate y'all, and I'll definitely be in touch so I can get mine, man. I'm looking forward to it to see what this thing is talking about, these past lives and all that good stuff.
Okay, I got you.
All right,
Yeah,
family. So
I'll pull it up and I'll text it to you.
Okay, I appreciate you.
Okay.
And then I need to get with you about some other stuff too because I got to come up that way. And I wanted to, I'll holler at you up here about it. But yeah, I'll text you because there's an event that I want to put together up there.
It's funny you say that. Because I did a whole flyer for a whole big ancestral event we need to have in August.
Oh my God. Oh, we got to talk because the timing that I was planning is in August and we already got a dope headliner too. So yeah, let's get on.
Okay.
I meant to holler at you as soon as he gave me the green light, but it's been a lot. But yeah, so I'm gonna definitely holler at you about that, and then we'll
cool.
Make it happen. All right, family. So we'll see y'all on the next episode. Tribe, we out. Peace.
All right, peace.
Ẹni tó gbàgbé ilé ṣàpò ìyàpọ̀ tẹ́ǹtẹ́ ní takisa ní tàtàn ò bá padà sílé anítìjàkọ ẹja lọ pé eégún mo ṣe nígbẹ́rẹ́ ìpàkọ́ forsake not your ancestors and praise your.